I think... Where was it? We picked up a jacket from the bin,
Did Frodo chew it the pig cam till it broke?
I think so.
Ah!
There's a jacket here.
The pockets are empty, but I feel something hard inside.
We found that in one of the in a corpse bin, right? If we go back to the corpse bin, hang on. Also, I think I can just... Is there a map key? I figured out a way to, like, actually just get to the map.
It's legitimately so sweet how much you love Emma, Dreya. It seeps out of you.
Gross. Where was the corpse bin? It was right here in Herman's house. And he puts up his little hood!
When I was young, it seemed like a song.
If you see Morris, tell him I don't even want him in the mall anymore, and I hope he doesn't do it.
Well.
We found a thing in here, in this horrible, fucked up bin. We found a jacket owned by the dead boy. So we can look inside of it. And I couldn't figure out how to get the thing outside of it.
The pockets are empty, but I feel something hard inside.
But then I remembered that this black rook that we got from a chess set turns out into a knife. So I can stab it.
The gem.
Yay!
Love, peace and unity, Siberia. That's so weird.
Such a terrible lyric.
It's so weird. Like, Siberia, throughout history, has been notorious.
One of the worst places on the planet.
Notorious as a place where you send people to go into exile.
Yes.
All throughout history.
Mm-hmm.
And then, if you want to go further back, the indigenous people getting colonized by the White Russians. Like, it's not a place that conjures happy memories. And the fact that it's fucking freezing. and
miserable.
And also boiling in summer. I think that's really annoying. A place shouldn't be boiling in summer and freezing in winter. Like, how does anyone live there? It must be nearly unlivable.
Very few people live there.
Because there's a place...
Because it's almost unlivable.
I don't know what it's called, but there's a village or a town in Siberia that's the coldest place on Earth. I can't remember what it's called. But it gets so cold there that people can't leave the house. Because, they would die.
The gem has perfectly smooth edges.
The gem has perfectly smooth edges. Now, I don't know what to do with this gem, to be honest, but that's as far as I got.
I'm Googling that place. I want to see what the coldest place is. It's definitely somewhere in Siberia.
Hottest place is America.
I should ring the bell.
Well, I don't want to think about things that are hot right now. I know this fella.
What?
He's an Israeli. He's he's Israeli, but he's like anti-Israel. He left Israel. He's written books about Palestinian history and crimes of Palestinians.
Why are you telling me about this man?
Ilan Papp, how do you say his name?
I have no... Ilan Papp? I don't know.
He's coming to my university and he's doing a talk.
Okay. Aren't you graduated now? Are you allowed to go to those things?
I don't graduate till October.
No.
How dare you?
What?
I thought you'd be interested. You could come with me.
No.
Why not?
I don't know if I'm interested.
In him talking about Palestine.
No. I don't really have any interest in going to, like, university talks, to be honest. I don't own a beret. I think we're all done in here. Herman gave us everything, right? Did we ever look at these drawings of the spooky bodies?
Human muscles and certain organs. Legend
What
is
organs?
composed of a great number of Latin phrases. There's no point in studying them.
What? Whatever. Just whatever. Fine. Go nuts. Leave. I think that's everything in here. I'm not 100% sure what we were doing, other than opening up that coat from the body bag. I can't really remember what we're... Oh, hang on. We were told to come back to the church
This
at
is
some
the place,
point.
by the way.
Omiakan, or Oimakan, I don't know how to pronounce it. Go into the church. Maybe the priest is finally... Hey! The church is open! New place! Good. There's a grate, there's the rear part of the church, and to the altar. Let's go to the altar. That's the first place you go in a church, I think. I don't really hang out in churches that much. It's a man, and another man, a believer.
This is the priest that was looking after the gravedigger.
Yes.
You turn up a little bit, the dialogue. Thank you.
Father Frederick.
Hi, Father Frederick.
You Catholic around here?
Father Frederick.
You stop shuffling around.
Yes?
Fuck off. How about that?
Can I speak with you?
Certainly, my son. I am listening.
Where are you
I
from?
am Samuel Gordon.
It
I'm
has
a
been
posh
a
boy.
long time since we last met, but I still remember you.
I would like to thank you for what you said at the funeral.
You need not thank me. It was the least.
We didn't
I
see
could
the
do,
funeral.
William.
So we don't know how nice
you
the
arrived
eulogy
after
was.
the funeral.
But then how could he know what he said at the funeral?
No, I mean the game started
Yes.
just after the funeral.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You said we arrived after
I
the
meant
funeral.
we arrived.
We're not in there. This is a piece of fiction.
Oh my god, you're so annoying. I will tickle you if you don't be good.
It is not a little moment.
Right.
Emma! Stop hurting me!
It's not hurt you to be tickled.
There's a little Emma that'll pop up behind the
Stop
altar going,
it! Stop
"Hi."
it! Now play the game and be good.
If I could mod video games, I would, to put a little Emma that pops up in the background going, hi.
Oh, I'm getting.
In every game we play.
It's too warm.
Okay.
I'm getting cranky.
Okay, I love you. Tell me about William, the dead man.
Father, I'd like to talk with you about William.
May he rest in peace.
I was busy with another believer,
What is
by the
it
way.
that bothers you, my
He wasn't doing anything. He was just standing staring
I
at them
know
like a
you
weirdo.
came here often.
Maybe that's what they do.
Yes,
It's their ritual.
just like many other people who confess regularly to relieve
Are
their
you
sins.
American?
But I also know you came
Regularly.
here at night. Can you tell me about that?
None of your business.
Oh yeah, they might be
Since it is
lovers.
you, I guess that I can. He kept asking me to let him into the old belfry.
Is that a
He was
euphemism?
very
No, that's
insistent.
like some sort of cellar
In the
thing.
end, I
Yeah,
fulfilled
like-
his wish.
Anal priest
Have you
sex?
any idea
No,
what
it's
he
a
was looking
cellar.
for in
Isn't
there?
it like under a
I
church?
have
Or is it an
not.
attic?
They
He
wanted
wanted
into
to
me
be alone,
rectory.
and I respected that. He always spent a lot of time in there, and then left.
So it's a goon cavern.
I really
No, it does sound like a sexual innuendo.
You let him into your whatever the fuck it was, your belfry,
Belfry.
and then he left all puffed and red faced.
What's a belfry?
It's the bell tower, isn't it?
Isn't it? I thought it was an attic thing.
I think it's it's belfry. Like it's the tower where you store the church bell, I thought. And bats live in there.
Why didn't you tell me?
I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. It's the thing that encloses the bells.
Church.
I've heard they used to execute heretics in the attic here a long time ago.
Last
That
week.
seems rude.
According to the chronicles, the
You have to-
tragedy
It's not
you
really something you're supposed to use a church for.
If you don't execute, yes it is. If you don't
That's a
execute,
strange place
no,
to
put that down
build
so I
a
can see the
church.
subtitles.
Mm,
If you don't execute the heretics, you won't go to heaven.
Who had the church built? He wanted to at least partially atone for the sins and injustice that occurred here.
Not to
I
sin to kill
believe he
heretics.
chose the right path.
Tell me about this strange object that I have.
Have a look at this, Father. Have you any idea?
I'd love it if he just.
graph.
I love you.
afraid
I love
I
it if he just told you to fuck off.
It's very old, I would say. Other than that, I'm sorry. I really have no clue.
Stop
It's fine,
wiggling
we
your
found it in a
legs.
bush.
Stop wiggling your legs.
Marcus, the one who looks a little bit like the guy from Ghostbusters 2.
Tell me, Father, what do you know about Marcus Gordon?
He was a great man of his time. The exact opposite of his older brother. Mordred was a cruel antichrist.
I don't know if
He
you're
would
meant to
torture
call people
and
the
abuse
Antichrist unless they're
innocent
the
in
actual
mock
Antichrist.
trials. Thank God he didn't rule for long. Marcus convinced the peasants to rise and revolt, and they succeeded in overthrowing his reign. You can be proud to be of his blood, my son.
It's a weird thing to say. Oh, I don't want to do confession. Oh, confession is so awkward and weird.
I've never done it.
Father, may I make a confession?
Oh, you've done it then.
Of course.
Yeah, I think you had
Would
to
you
for
like to do so now?
communion?
Hmm?
I don't know.
How many times have you done it?
I meant
Literally
later.
once for like a minute.
Such things should not be.
You
put
do that
off.
when you're a little kid, don't you?
Yes, like
I
8
will
or
come
something.
back later.
Sorry, so many
I
terrible
promise.
jokes.
Well, I mean, every child was making them.
I know. You see, I guess it's called your first confession, and you do it when you're in school. It's not communion or.
No, I mean, literally every child was making rape jokes about priests when doing it.
At the age of 8.
Yes, everyone was like, oh, better not be left alone in the confession booth for too long. Make sure somebody comes and gets me if I'm in there for longer than a minute. That kind of thing.
Well,
I'll tie a rope around my waist.
Well, did that ever happen in there?
I have no idea.
Well, you're separated, so there's like a wall, isn't there?
Yeah,
I've never done it.
I think it's basically plywood. If there was a particularly sexy child, I
Oh,
imagine the
come on.
priest
No,
would
no,
break
no.
down that door quickly.
No, oh, that's disgusting. My joke was going to be less horrible.
Sure. Let's talk to the believer.
I don't want to disturb them.
Never mind, they're just gonna...
So are you going
Stare
to
at each
confess
other.
to your man?
I don't know. I guess we'll go into the confessional.
This is where I took confession after the Holy Communion many years ago.
I can't remember what he said because you were talking.
Alright.
So I don't know
Well,
if
you
we're
know,
confessing or
there,
not.
there was words you could have read.
Yeah, but if somebody's nattering in your ear, it's hard to tell.
It's hard to read when someone's talking.
Yeah,
No, it's not.
It's distracting.
No, it's not.
Yeah.
And don't call it nattering.
Why?
You have 5 seconds.
Oh my god.
You think I won't do it?
Just try and stay cool.
1.
Sorry.
Make it sound sincere.
Sorry.
It's shameful.
To the
that-
rear part.
It's the only way I can get any respect is if I threaten to tickle him.
Oh, that's quite a pretty shot. I think this game is quite pretty, and then
Can you take
have...
a screenshot?
Yeah.
Go on then.
Why would I want to?
So that you could put it... Okay, don't.
I love you.
I love you too.
I think the game is quite pretty, except for the weird low-res aristocrat that's just in every shot that kind of ruins it. With
We're
his
not
shit
married.
suede jacket.
And it's Rodney Dangerfield. Rover was the cartoon. I liked that. Have you ever seen that? Where Rodney Dangerfield plays Rover
Yes,
Dangerfield?
it's absolutely unwatchable. Terrible, terrible movie.
No respect
I'm
at
not
all.
the biggest Rodney Dangerfield fan, but that movie is beneath even him.
He was good in The Simpsons.
He was okay in The Simpsons. I don't know where the fuck we're going. The rear part doesn't actually seem to have anything available. I guess we go back.
It does a very pretty church.
Oh, a large
The
candlestick,
light
hang
of the
on.
candles is reflecting in the arch.
No idea. I watched it far, far, far before I knew who Rodney Dangerfield was.
Me
I had it
too.
on VHS.
Me too!
Probably me too.
Me 3.
I don't know why. It's weird to market Rodney Dangerfield to kids in general, because it's very sort of old man humour.
Shame on Emma for shaming. I've only ever seen him in Rover Dangerfield and The Simpsons. I've not seen what he's actually famous. It's Caddyshack, isn't it?
Caddyshack and stand-up.
Oh, I've never seen any of his stand-up.
Mm-hmm.
The Caddyshack is the one with the gopher, right? Keeps popping up and ruining the golf course.
Bill Murray and Chevy Chase and all those people.
It was I don't think it was a kid's film. There was animal abuse, domestic abuse. The Rover Dangerfield was very...
It can all be in
Is locked.
kids' movies.
It was very graphic for kids. Like, her boyfriend her boyfriend's in the mob and he's beating her up, and then he like throws the dog into the river or something. And he ends up at a farm and he falls in love with like a fucking, what you call them? Them dogs, them girly, coded girly dogs. Poodles. You know, they get the little foo-foos. Poodles. Why are you looking at me like I'm making stuff?
I just love you.
I love you too.
I mean, it's a bit like how people forget that the movie Beethoven, you know, about the big St. Bernard dog. The plot of that is that a vet/arms dealer is kidnapping dogs because he needs test subjects to shoot them in the head efficiently, and only big dog skulls will replicate humans well enough because he's inventing new types of bullets. And then they kill him by injecting like 50 syringes into his face. That's just what kids' movies are.
I don't remember that. I remember
Yes, my
just
son.
liking the dog and thinking the dog was cute.
Oh, also, yes, I do remember the Tom and Jerry movie. The one where they inexplicably spoke, and there was the horrible obese dog that I believe wore a backwards baseball cap and rolled around on a skateboard. And like an evil woman owned him, and he'd go...
I don't remember that.
It's not a very good movie either. But I watched it as a kid. Yes, indeed.
Okay, now pay attention. We won't talk.
Okay, well, I think we need to ask about the Belfry.
Father, I would like to ask you.
I go
for
into
a
the
favour.
Belfry where my
I'm interested
granddad
in having a
wound.
look around the old belfry.
But my son, the belfry is closed to the public.
Yeah, but my
Why
granddad's
do you
dead and I'm
want to go
sad.
there?
I'm afraid I can't explain it at the moment, but it is very important. Believe me.
All right.
That was easy,
I
okay.
will make an exception then.
Well, you are a rich boy.
Just for this once.
Mm.
Thank you.
Follow me, please.
Follow me to the end.
I don't know what that song is. I instantly thought R.E.M.
No, it's not.
I know. Well, you don't like R.E.M.
I don't mind them. Not a big.
Follow me, don't follow
I will
me.
leave you alone. I have to return to the church and serve others.
There was one other
course,
person,
Father.
and they did not
Thank
seem
you.
interested in speaking to you.
Please
You
tell
can
me
just
when
say
you
you
are
don't
done,
like me.
so that I can lock the grate again.
Why wouldn't he like you?
Of course.
I mean, have you heard us speak? We're
Figure out
horrible.
how willing
We're a horrible,
Marcus is
slimy
to-
freak.
Nah, your servants deserve it.
Mm-hmm.
They're shit servants.
They are shit servants, however, we are also an aristocrat.
You're not an I keep on saying
Whatever.
this.
I don't
you
know if
don't
it's
have a
explained.
title.
How do you know?
Because people would say hello, sir, or
Me
lord, or
lord?
yeah,
Oh, me lord! It's okay if you trample me with your horse.
yeah, people would say sir or lord or duke or whatever, but nobody's saying that to you. You're not an aristocrat.
Mm-hmm. There's an opening.
An aristocrat needs a title.
Mhm.
That's the definition.
Mhm.
So you must be gentry.
Mm-hmm.
Perhaps
I've
I
never
should
really
do
gotten the
something
difference between
with
aristocrat and gentry. Does somebody British here know the difference?
Mm. A strange object plug in. Plug in? It says it looked like the strange
Perhaps
object,
I
didn't
should
it?
do something.
Plug it in. Oh, I hate.
That reminds me of a wrestling thing.
Mhm.
There was a wrestling manager whose nickname was Mr.
Of the
Electricity.
Madonna.
And his girlfriend went, he's called that because when he plugs it in, he really turns me on. And she wiggled her hips. I thought it was funny. I still think it's funny.
Maybe we're too different.
Yeah.
Yes. Go to the window and the walls.
We have very different senses of
How
humour.
many eyes over time?
Oh, you like
have
City...
looked
We watched
through this
City Slickers
greyish
last
glass?
night.
Yeah, we both liked that.
We both
that was
laughed
fun.
at that.
The window reveals a dismal view of the old graveyard.
Kane got me into Mighty Boosh, which is a surprise, because usually I hate that kind of humour.
Normally, I don't know. I shouldn't like Mighty Boosh either, to be honest.
I mean, the surreal kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Usually I hate surreal comedy. For
It
some
is
reason I
very
actually like
fair,
that show.
Though quite old.
City Slickers.
Yeah. I mean, City Slickers is a gross title, to be honest. I don't like it.
Aristocrats is a form of government that places power in the hands of a small privileged ruling class, the aristocrats. Yeah, they have to have titles though, don't they? Lords, dukes, or...
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure they do. I think to be an aristocrat you have to have a title.
Several old pictures and a dusty inventory are lying in the shadows. I
Inventory.
can't see anything interesting there.
Gentry are well-born and well-bred people of high social class. It refers to people of good social position connected to landed estates, upper levels of the clergy, or long-established gentle families of noble descent.
I don't really know the difference then. They sound basically the same.
But they don't have I think it's because from what I remember when I was reading about Anne Boleyn and Henry VIII, obviously he's an aristocrat because he's the king, and she was from a gentry family.
Perhaps I
And the
should
king
do
is supposed to
something.
marry another aristocrat, ideally another princess or another, someone like that.
It leads to the
So when he
rear
married
park.
Anne Boleyn, everyone was like, well, she's the gentry, she's way too low born for you. Because it was a similar thing when what's-his-name married Katie Middleton. Wasn't it? They made this fuss
Circular
about she
stairs
wasn't
lead
high-born
to the
enough, but
belfry.
she's like
I have no
incredibly
reason to-
wealthy family who went to private school, and they were acting like, oh my god, how shocking that he's
Yes.
not marrying an aristocrat.
Mm-hmm. I don't know what to do. Maybe something with the gem? The diamond? No. I didn't try combining the diamond with everything else we have in the inventory.
All the parts have clicked together perfectly.
There was no hint to that.
All the parts have clicked together perfectly.
Cool. Now can I slot it in? It needed a gem.
Oh Christ. Apparently they're all nobility.
Okay. Ooh, an altar. I also need to pee, so I'll be back in a second. You can just look at the altar and watch Emma scroll through definitions on her phone.
It's very confusing. I don't really get it.
Not something we have to worry about because we live in a slightly more sane country.
Well, there's loads of places that still belong. Isn't there a house near here that belongs to a British aristocrat? There is. There's like... They're basically the same, just aristocrats are later, therefore have political powers. Gentry is just rich and landed. In the United Kingdom, gentry specifically refers to the landed gentry, the majority of the landowning social class, who typically had a coat of arms but did not hold a peerage. Is a peerage basically a title? Is that what peerage means? Oh, it's too warm. Ugh. Well, I'm pretty sure this fella's not an aristocrat anyway. He's gentry. Because he'd be a sir or a lord or a duke. Peerage is titles, yeah. Then who is the bourgeoisie? Aren't the bourgeoisie basically new money? Isn't that what they are? Nouveau rich? Or nouveau, whatever the fucking expression is. It's too warm. I don't want to talk. I'll wait for Kane to come back. But I don't like silence because I feel awkward. I'll just talk about anything. Hurry up! Ugh. Emma Vamp. Vamp, Emma. What does vamp mean? Hello, insect feet. Hurry up! It means like stalling for time, filling air. I don't know what to say. It's too hot to think about anything. I'm mostly just thinking about pizza. You were too long. It was just dead air.
I found a little spider in the bathroom and was playing with it for a bit.
Okay.
A little friend. It's so small.
Did you close the bathroom door?
Yes.
Did you close the kitchen door?
No.
Go close the kitchen door. Well, the cat will get in there and lick the countertops. I tell him over and over and over. Thank you.
I love you.
I love you too.
Yippee. The cat will lick the countertop.
Yes, which is disgusting. Ugh.
Right. Examine the altar, I suppose.
Also, I caught her earlier. She went through the window and she nearly broke the fly thing.
Oh dear.
So I had to put the fly thing back up.
Oh, fuck me.
So that's why you have to close the kitchen door.
Figure out how it works.
How the hell? Oh no.
Say hello to Dan.
Hello.
Dan.
Dan. I'm assuming we have to get these rearranged in some way? Or, oh no, it's like black stone, black stone, black stone. Kill me. What does this... I don't know what to do. I have no idea.
You have your hint, guy.
I do, but like, we should at least try and engage with the puzzle.
Well, yeah, but if they don't explain, that's a failure on the game's part.
I don't think that's how puzzles work.
Yes, it is. You have to have some clue.
Sometimes you're meant to figure out the rules of the puzzle as
Just
well.
with no context.
Yeah.
No, that's stupid.
Okay,
Every game I've played always gives you a clue.
that's fine.
They wouldn't make a game where they gave you no context. Why would they do that?
Myst.
Well, isn't that a shit game? You said it was a shit game.
I said Myst is one of my favourite games I've played on the stream.
So, hold on. No, you've pissed me off now. because
Okay, sorry.
Your tone was patronising.
Myst, half of Myst is trying to work out what is a puzzle in the first place.
So you're saying that it's normal in these video games, they don't give you no context.
Depends on the type of game.
Oh, it depends on the type of game, doesn't it?
What the fuck
You're
was
so
that?
patronising.
No, I'm not. That was patronising.
You're patronising.
What the fuck?
You were so patronising. Ugh, they don't give you clues. It's called a puzzle, dear.
Emma!
That's basically
not what I said.
Yes, it is. Isn't that what he said? Didn't he basically say
No.
that I don't think that's the point of puzzles? You patronising
I said we
git.
should at least try and engage with
No,
it
that's
first.
not what you said that, and then you said that's not the point of puzzles. You were very patronising.
Okay.
Like I was like being so stupid and didn't know what puzzles
Okay,
were.
if you say so.
Say you're sorry.
Sorry. Never meant to slap
Emma,
things in here.
controversial. If you're not on my side, Tom, don't talk to me.
Put a black sphere somewhere? Can I put a black sphere on one of these? It's pronounced patronize. I don't know which way it's pronounced.
Patronising?
Patronizing. I've always said patronizing. Goblin said go back in the kitchen and clean the countertops because the self-cleaning service is abandoned. You don't get
I don't get
puzzles.
puzzles. I'm shit at puzzles. But it's the way he said it. He basically said, that's not how puzzles work. Like I'm really stupid and I don't know what puzzles are. Do you admit?
Nah.
He did.
Wait, hang on. It might be in William's diary.
I know for a fact I don't know how to solve a puzzle, which I probably wouldn't anyway, and aside some context clues.
Mm-hmm.
Like the idea of like having no context.
Hey, okay.
Whatever it is that is buried underneath Warm Hill, it is not easily within reach. It took me several days before I discovered an extraordinary pedestal with numerous tiny and meticulously shaped stones in the belfry. The whole pedestal is a completely mechanical lock. Surely it will open the way to the church's underground for me. I tried to change the positions of the opposite stones, but it was beyond my will to fully concentrate. I was too tired to attempt to set up the mechanism properly. Before I left for home, I made a drawing of the whole mechanism and Return the stones to their original configuration. Tomorrow I'll go to Warm Hill as early as possible.
Okay. So, I tried to change the positions of the opposite stones. What? God. What? What? Who? Change the positions of the opposite stones.
When it says that this game has 759 followers, does that mean all the people who've ever played it, or what does it mean?
The people who follow it on Twitch.
Ah, how do you follow a game on Twitch?
You search up a game and click the follow button. I don't know if anybody has ever done
And
it.
then you
I've
get
never
and
done
then
it.
you get notifications whenever anyone's playing it.
Yes. If you're really obsessed
Ah.
with the game, then you can get streamers specifically for that game.
Ah, I wondered what it meant.
Like, I can't turn this.
See, you can't explain things without sounding patronising.
Okay.
I'm going to yell at you later.
Mm-hmm. Yeah?
I'm going to yell at you later.
You're so pretty. You're beautiful.
Cupid stupid.
You're beautiful.
Cupid stupid.
You're beautiful.
Mm.
I use the game follows to gauge how well a game is doing. This has 760 followers, which is...
No, 759.
whatever. Which is good for a game this old and obscure, I think.
Well, it had a remake and a sequel.
It did, but I don't think any of them did well.
Yeah, but it must have done well to get those
Yeah.
things in the first place.
I have no idea what to do. I might look up a hint then, just to speed this along. It must be something... Oh!
Lord.
What?
So loud.
You can move this over here.
Shh, would you lower your voice down a bit?
Sorry.
That's alright.
Move this here. Move this up here. We need to like move the white crystals along this row and the black crystals along the other row.
Won't the priest be mad even moving his stones?
I don't care. Who cares what the priest does? So this needs to go. No, but then we need a slot free in the middle. Oh, this could be a fucking nightmare. Hang on, let me push this back over here. Oh Christ.
Anyone here like City Slickers?
Put that here.
We could watch the sequel later.
I don't think I ever want to watch the sequel to City Slickers.
It might be good. You might like it.
It doesn't look or sound good.
I'm gonna watch it then.
In fact, it looks the opposite.
I remember liking it, so
Put this back here.
I'm gonna watch it.
Mm-hmm.
I can watch it with my pizza.
Oh, eat some.
I'm definitely gonna go out and get pizza. Fuck it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, I don't know about this one.
I wanted to
boys.
yesterday, but I went shopping and it was so warm. I was like, no.
This is fucking nightmarish.
Because it's an irritating place because it doesn't deliver, so you have to walk to it, which is very annoying if you just want to lie down and eat.
I think this could conceivably take 8 to 10 years to do.
Well, look at the hit page then.
So I will probably look up a hint page because this is ridiculous. Yes, I think we do. We need to have the white crystals along here, the black crystals along here, and the red in the middle. But there's only so many places to put them. This is a puzzle that really infuriates me.
What happened on the 20th of June?
What?
I used to have this great book when I was a kid, and it would be like an historical event for every day of the year.
Mm-hmm.
I wish I kept it. I'm sure there's something like really important that happened on the 20th of June. I care. I care. I love that shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, I know stuff that happened on my birthday, the 9th of November.
Mm-hmm.
The 9th of November.
I didn't ask.
I'm not telling you. I'm telling these people because this is boring.
Oh!
Well, I don't like puzzles. I don't like doing them. I don't like watching other people do them. But like, on the 20th of June 1985, people started preparing for the grand celebration of the birth of me. Yay! But on my birthday, which is the 9th of November, or the day I was born or whatever, there's a word for it in German history. It's like a significant date in German history because loads of things happened in Germany on the 9th of November. So I think the Kaiser did something on the 9th of November. He might have fucked off, when he ran off to Belgium.
No.
I'm not talking to you. There was some sort of coup attempt on the 9th of November. Did Hitler do his Munich putsch on the 9th of November? Crystal Night was the 9th of November. The wall fell the 9th of November. So, and something else happened the 9th of November in German history, but I can't remember. So yeah, it's a pretty significant date in German history. And then the other section of the book said, Mary Kelly, the last victim of Jack the Ripper, was murdered on 9th of November. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Mary Kelly. I wonder if you're related.
Hi.
She was from Limerick.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone here has the name Kelly. Jaws came out in June 20th. Oh yeah, isn't it like the 50th anniversary of the release of Jaws? They're going to re-release it in America, and they're selling a popcorn bucket that has the mount of a shark.
Ugh.
I know, I hate
that
this
shit.
trend. Yeah, this new popcorn bucket trend is shit.
Mm-hmm.
And like they charge extra for it, for this shit bucket that you're just going to eat out of.
Mm-hmm.
It's stupid. I do wish we would re-release things more here. I'd go and see Jaws in the cinema. I think that would be cool. I mean, Steven Spielberg doesn't need more money. But like, Jaws would be... Oh, isn't he a Zionist?
Yes.
But yeah, it would be cool to see Jaws on the big screen. I blame Jaws for my fear of water. I watched Jaws very, very small, like 4 or 5, and I've been terrified of sharks in the water ever since.
Mm-hmm.
And also my mum, her favourite movie was Titanic, so she watched it a lot. So I think that's my fear of water, those 2 fucking movies. And I did almost drown. Well, not really. I think I was probably just under the water for a few seconds. But when you're 4, that's drowning.
Mm-hmm.
That was Y'all Beach, where I live now.
Mm-hmm.
So I don't like the water. I like looking at it. I like going to the... Kane doesn't like going to the beach, I guess, because
No.
familiarity breeds contempt, because he grew up in a beach town. But I like going to the beach and looking at the water. But I don't like to go into it. That's weird. He doesn't like walking around the beach, but he likes going into the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So we're completely the opposites. No, I like to sit on the sand on a blankie and have an ice cream and some chips. That's what I like. Did I just say blankie?
You did. It's very sweet.
Blanket. I don't know why I say blankie. But there's never any chip van or ice cream at Y'all Beach now, even though it's fucking June.
Mm-hmm.
You're all such a shithole.
It is.
Like when I was a little kid, you drive down from Cork City to come to Y'all Beach, and there'd be like donkeys and shit. Probably horrendously cruel animal abuse, but people would ride the donkeys. I never did because I was frightened of them. I was a total wimp. I was Chucky. But I wish I'd ridden the donkey. I mean, maybe not because that's probably abusive. But you know, it'd be cool to say that you've ridden a donkey, wouldn't it? I like donkeys. They're very sweet. Did you look up hints? I wasn't paying attention.
No, I'm nearly done. Shush.
Alright.
I'm so close.
I'm only asking.
Sake, it's so annoying. Like, I need this to be like here. I need this to go in last, and then this needs to come to here.
I even like Jaws 2, and everyone hates Jaws 2.
Jaws 2 is not.
I think it's fun. I think it's a fun, dumb
not
movie.
Yeah, but it's not good, is it?
If something is entertaining, then it's good.
I don't think Jaws 2 is entertaining.
I find it entertaining. I think the shark attacks are more fun.
Mm-hmm.
I love that shark attack in Jaws 2 where the lady's driving a speedboat thing and her friend is attached to the back of it on skis, and then the shark attacks her and then attacks the little speedboat, and she like puts petrol onto the shark and it blows up, and then the shark has these massive burns on its face for the rest of the movie. I think it's fantastic.
Spoils.
It came out in 1979. If you haven't seen it by now.
Rearrange something. I don't know how though. I've locked myself
It's today
in
of the summer solstice, longest day of the year. Isn't that different every year? It's a
have
different
no idea.
date every year, but it's always around this time,
don't know.
the 20th or 21st of June. Midsummer. That's a good movie.
Mhm.
I wouldn't watch it again. See, that's the difference. Midsummer is a good movie. I wouldn't watch it again because it was disturbing. Jaws 2, I'd watch again. Because it was fun. Midsummer wasn't fun. It was disturbing and depressing. and scary. Still haven't seen that one. Oh, it's disturbing. It's very disturbing. Watch Jaws 2 instead.
Nobody should ever watch
It's
Jaws.
fun!
It's not.
Did you not just hear me describe what happened with the shark?
Yeah, it sucks.
It doesn't suck,
It's
it's
just
fun.
a shameless rip-off of Jaws
Who
1.
cares?
It's just bad.
Who cares?
It's just not fun. It doesn't have the charm of Jaws 1.
I disagree. What more do you want from a shark movie than a shark getting nearly blown up and off burns on its face?
Jaws is amazing. Jaws 2 is just worthless.
Whatever.
It's
And I'm the
pathetic.
cinema snob, and he's saying that nonsense. I used to be much more of a cinema snob, and then I was like, nah, just chill out, girl. Just if something's fun, then if something's fun.
Yeah, but Jaws isn't. Just swap the fucking crystals! I've got it, it's done, except for this. This needs to be swapped, these two.
Well, I find Jaws too fun, so get off your high
God.
horse. Your high shark. I tell you what's not fun. Jaws 3 and Jaws 4, they're not fun. They're just bad. There's so bad it's good, and then there's so bad it's bad. And Roy Snyder, is that how you pronounce his name?
No.
How do you pronounce his name?
Scheider.
Roy Scheider is, even though he didn't want to do Jaws 2, he was forced into it by the studio. He's acting the hell out of it. You couldn't tell he didn't want to do it. I like the shark attacks in Jaws 2. The movie is more fun when you see more of the shark. I know we're all supposed
No, it is not.
I know we're all supposed to be like, oh, Spielberg was a genius, even though he wasn't. That was his editor's idea.
Yes.
His female editor, I might add. You know,
Yeah,
the,
who he
like,
fucked over,
yeah,
basically.
of course he did. But like, whatever. Oh, you know, it was a genius idea, and you know, it's not a genius idea. It's just because the shark kept breaking down, and they couldn't show the fucking stupid shark, so it wasn't actually a genius idea. But you know, this idea, less is more, and you never see the shark. No, more is more. I want to see more of the shark. And well, not too much, you know, because then then you get like things like Jaws 4, which is bad. I mean, Jaws 1 is obviously the better movie. I'm not saying Jaws 2 is better. I just think the shark attacks in Jaws 2 are more fun. You actually see the fucking shark. When Jaws 1, you barely ever see the fucking shark. And yeah, you're all going to say, oh, but when you do see it, that makes it more effective. Whatever.
I'm just gonna have to. I can't get this last block in, so I'm gonna have to look up some sort of tutorial. I'm so angry. How do I solve the sliding tile puzzle?
I tell you where less is more really works, the Blair Witch Project. Because if we'd seen that witch, it would have ruined the whole thing. Kane isn't scared of that movie.
No.
I was when I was younger. I watched it and I was terrified. I watched it again fairly recently and I wasn't as scared. What's bad about modern shark movies, though, because I've seen a few, because I like to torture myself with things that frighten me. Modern shark movies, it's all CGI. And you can just, you know, it is shit, like. Like, the good thing about Jurassic Park used CGI and animatronics. So, like, you know.
This hint guide doesn't actually give you any thing.
Like, Jurassic Park is good because it was actually physically there. You know, it's not... So I'm not against CGI, but I'm against it when it's nothing but CGI. Then it's just lazy.
Oh. Giving me like a 25-step process right now. And I don't know where I am in this process or if I've soft locked myself. Also, it's stressing. There is no... what's it called? Reset button here. So I don't know if this is good or bad for me. Let me put that over here for a second so I can actually see it. Can't soft lock a puzzle like this, surely. I have no idea. Probably not, but it'd probably be annoying regardless.
Could you look up a YouTube tutorial?
I don't know. But this is giving me a diagram. Like, where am I in this? I have literally one block off. Like, this needs to go here. This needs to go here. This needs to go here. But I need this block here. And that's it. You can certainly make instructions useless without a reset. Exactly. Like, I can't... There's nothing I can do, really, with this diagram unless this configuration matches perfectly to what I have on the screen. Does backing out of the puzzle reset it? I believe no. Well, maybe. Let's see. Nope. Which is a fucking horrible design choice. So this might be cursed forever? Hang on. Like, I need... Okay, look, I know what I need. I need this here, so I need to swap around these in some way. So I just need to, like, cycle these around somehow, probably. I don't know how I do that.
The only spooky bit of Blair Witch was when the person stood facing the corner for some reason. I don't remember the reason. It was like the ghost of the serial killer. When he was possessed by the witch and he killed kids, he'd make one stand in the corner looking at the wall while he killed the other one. That's why it was scary, because then the girl knew that not only was the witch there, but the ghost of the serial killer was there, and that she was about to be killed, and then he would be killed.
I mean, my hot take is that Blair Witch is a shit movie that isn't scary even a little bit.
I think it's scary.
I think it's very bad. Okay, I think...
Well, it's certainly not. It was just very unique for the time.
Mm-hmm.
This whole sort of found...
No, I've just recycled this.
It wasn't the first found footage movie, obviously, but it was the first found footage movie that made that big of an impact. And it's marketing. If there was an Oscar for marketing, they'd have won that, because the marketing on Blair Witch was phenomenal. You know, making the missing posters and having a documentary that these were real college kids who went missing. It was great. Some people actually believed it.
Are they the dumbest people to ever live?
I think you really underestimate both the evilness of people and the stupidity of people.
Mm-hmm. I think I might have just done it. Oh. Okay, I didn't even need the diagram. I just used my fucking brain.
Combination at last.
Even Samuel.
That was miserable. I hated that puzzle. I've been sitting here in frustrated silence for about 15 minutes.
You get rid of that?
Fine.
Thank you.
That was miserable. Top puzzle, boy.
Let's go.
Did that open anything?
The gate
But yeah,
is
the
locked.
Jaws thing was a total accident.
What did that do? Samuel? Please?
The Jaws thing was a total accident. They didn't show it that much because the shark, the animatronic, kept breaking.
Bruce.
Yes, they called it Bruce after Steven Spielberg's lawyer.
I didn't know that bit.
And the editor was a woman. Why are editors always women?
I don't know. They're not allowed to be directors, but they're good at making movies.
Well,
so
they're allowed to be directors
editors
now.
Yeah, but typically. It's like, you can't direct people. You're too
female.
emotional.
There's
We'll lock you
female.
in a basement with
There's
film
a good few female directors.
where you are at risk of getting celluloid burns.
But yeah, the editor of Jaws, she was like, I've only seen a handful of horror movies. I saw someone stream The Substance and I liked it a lot.
I need to watch The Substance. Problem is, The Substance seems like a fairly wholesale rip-off of a Cabinet of Curiosities episode I quite liked. But I've been putting it off.
I probably won't watch it.
It's meant to be very disgusting.
I don't like body horror. I don't.
Emma does not
I
like
don't
body
like horror that makes you feel ill.
Mm-hmm.
Ugh, not enough for me.
Mm-hmm.
But if you like it, and if you think I like it, I'll probably give it a go.
The last body horror I think we watched together was The Fly by David Cronenberg, right?
I don't watch body horror.
And you were horrified by it. You were like
disgusting.
hiding your hands or hiding your face in your hands halfway through. Substance is good. I've heard it's good. The body horror is disgusting. It's executed quite well.
I don't do gore, but I don't mind gore. You see, gore
Yes,
doesn't
I like
bother.
gore.
Gore doesn't bother me. Body horror does. It's different because body horror is usually something.
Usually like the human body being corrupted and transformed.
Yeah,
in
it's
some
usually
way.
something sort of psychologically fucked up, like a man,
Like The Fly.
like a man turning into a fly, or a person getting off and mutilating themselves. Isn't that a movie you told me about?
That's the newest Cronenberg, which I do really want to see.
Or
Crimes of the
something like
Future.
The Substance. From what I understand from the trailers, she's hurting her body in fucked up ways in order to be young and beautiful. Like, gore doesn't bother me, like legs being chopped off. I can watch battle scenes, they don't bother me. His legs were blown off by the bomb, but psychological stuff where it's like, oh, I'm turning into a fly, or I'm getting off by stabbing my stomach. No.
Well, Crimes of the Future is about them doing unnecessary surgeries on each other when they get off.
Yeah, mutilate each other and getting turned on.
It's really
It's like
horrible.
his other movie, Crash.
Yeah, Crash.
Where they all
is
get turned on by
where James Spader gets erections after crashing his car. That's very funny.
no people being killed. That's what they're getting erections by. People getting hurt.
Yeah,
No.
but in car crashes.
Yeah, but for real, not pretend.
Yeah.
Actual pain.
Crash is class. I've never seen Crash still. I really want to.
Then see it yourself.
I should watch more Cronenberg because I do really love a couple
You
of
should
that I've
watch more
seen.
movies on your own.
I don't like it as much.
Well, I'm not watching
I
it.
like watching things with Mole.
There's a Black Mirror episode. It fucking disturbed the shit out of me.
I think I'd like Black Mirror.
It's alright. It's like an episode where like this girl What's the bloody girl? The girl from Black Panther.
What a question. That's such a Nana
I was
question.
going to say more. He never lets me say more.
But that is so... You have to admit, that is such a
no,
Nana
because I was
question.
literally about to...
Who's the girl from the thing?
I said the next word was Black Panther. The girl from Black Panther. What's her name? Letitia Wright.
Yeah.
She's in
the
an...
anti-vax weirdo.
Shut up and let me tell the story.
Okay.
Continue playing the game.
Okay, sorry.
So, Letitia Wright, whatever her name is, she's in...
This is why I didn't go down while you were talking.
Oh, that's good. This is nice, actually.
Now go.
Letitia Wright, whatever her name is, the girl from Black Panther. Well, she's a woman, actually, but she looks very young. She was in an episode of Black Mirror, like... 5 or 6 years ago. She goes to this museum which is run by a weirdo, like he's a pervert or something, and the museum is full of like gross things, like there's a teddy bear that has the soul of a woman in it, or like her brain or whatever.
What if your nan ran on batteries?
And then there's like a hologram of a guy being executed that's like he's actually alive, so he's being executed over and over in the hologram. But that's the third story is the one that really disturbed me. It's about this doctor. They invented this, whoever does all these evil things in Black Mirror, invented this like thing, this kind of helmety thing, and you put it on your head, and when you touch other people, you can diagnose what's wrong with them. So obviously it's a great idea for a doctor. But then it got malfunctioned, and he got turned on by pain. So he wasn't just like, oh, I can tell what's causing your illness. He was turned on by pain. So then he starts like killing people because it turns him on. And then when he like is forced to go underground, he starts torturing himself because it turns him on. Oh, it was horrible. The line was like, he's a doctor, so he knows how far he can go without killing himself. Oh,
Emma.
it made me feel so sick.
It's sort of like a sex version of Survivor Type by Stephen King.
Stop it. No.
Emma hates Survivor
I
Type
hate
by
body
Stephen
horror.
King.
I hate body horror. It's disgusting.
It's a very light short story.
Shut
it's only
up.
like 20 pages.
Shut up. Don't mention that. La.
Man eats himself on an
No,
island.
stop it. Oh, it makes me feel sick.
Cuts off his
Stop
eyelids
it.
and
Stop
stuff.
it. Oh, it makes me... I'm actually gagging. I'm fucking gagging. Oh,
I love you.
I hate it. It's revolting.
It's like on the opening.
Yes, it was based on that.
That's the one that's based on Survivor Type, and Emma genuinely had to leave the room while that was on during a Treehouse of Horror.
Actually, I wasn't the only one. Lots of people found it disturbing. They actually censored bits of the episode.
Really?
People...
Babies.
I don't like body horror. I don't want to see that shit.
Yeah, it's Homer systematically cooking himself up and eating himself. The bell sound keeps confusing Gandalf, and he's looking for his toy. No.
Sorry.
He ate his own arse, yes. And there's a bit where he's like...
Stop it.
You don't see anything.
So I want you to stop. Stop it.
Okay, after this bit. You don't see anything, but it cuts to him like a flash forward or something, and he's like noticeably skinnier and limping.
Stop it! Oh, I feel sick! I mean it! It's horrible! Don't talk about it! I hate body horror, I hate it! Oh, it makes me feel sick! Just the idea of doing that to yourself, it's horrifying! Ugh. Oh. Yeah, that Black Mirror episode nearly made me vomit. I was like, this is disgusting.
It's entirely decayed. Useless.
Like I knew it was supposed to be disturbing, Black Mirror, but that's the only one I saw that. And actually, no, they were the other ones that were disturbing, but that was the one that actually disturbed me.
Entirely decayed, useless. How the hell am I going to do anything in here then?
I actually like body horror because that's when the only horror is actually effective on me.
Yeah,
that's a good point, but no.
Because I'm not scared by any
other
horror.
This isn't fear. This
or
is
any horror really.
Being disturbed and being scared are two different things.
Yeah.
And I'm disturbed and I feel like vomiting. No, that's not a pleasant sensation. Fear in a safe way, as in watching a movie that scares you and you know it's not real, that's fun. But being disgusted and disturbed, I do not get how that can be fun. No.
I don't have the fucking strange object anymore, so I don't know what
I
I'm
actually
do
feel
about
sick.
No, I'm sorry.
I feel actually sick.
I love you.
You should have brought up that gross Stephen King thing. Ugh.
It's fun. I'm not a Stephen King
Stop
fan,
it!
really,
Stop it! I'll tickle you. I'll tickle you.
Sorry, don't hurt me.
Tickling doesn't hurt you.
Out this way? Maybe up into the belfry? No, I can't go up into the belfry. Talk to the priest again?
I can't leave now.
Oh my
I
god,
must find the
fine.
way to Marcus's tomb.
Well, there's nothing I can do, or maybe I have to take this out. Oh.
I'm scared of things as rational I don't understand, like something inscrutable that could or would kill me without a thought, but I don't know why and it can't be prevented.
You'd love Lovecraft.
That's scary.
Like cosmic horror creatures. There we go. I think you'd like a movie called what's it called? The
Color Out of Space with Nicolas Cage.
Loosely based on the Lovecraft story with Nicolas Cage.
And
actually giving a
Annihilation
performance.
had that theme.
Yeah, Annihilation has that sort of thing done.
And so does the ending of 2001: A Space Odyssey.
Yes, that's very Lovecrafty. Very Lovecrafty. I love the ending of
But that's even
2001.
more disturbing because they weren't meaning to hurt him.
Yeah. No
Don't.
spoilers for 2001.
That came out 60 years ago. Don't watch Interstellar.
Yeah.
It's a shit rip off of 2001: A Space
I
Odyssey.
hate Interstellar.
Watch the robot, the little Dave boy, the computer boy.
No.
Entrance has closed. I must open it somehow.
Why? You just live down here like a little cave goblin.
Where would he
You know,
get
he's like-
food and water?
He could lick the moss off the walls.
I don't think that will sustain him for very long.
Yeah, enough. He's an aristocrat. We don't
He's
care.
not an aristocrat.
Whatever he is.
Gentry.
Did you call Mendy a horror movie? Speaking of Nicolas Cage? Sort of, maybe?
Shall
like
wisdom
Mandy a
be
lot.
your way? The Saint 4, the year of the Lord, 1243.
That might be important. 1243. The stone blocks. Oh, is this another puzzle right away?
Lola laughs at me because one time playing Elite Dangerous, I found a creature, which is an alien you can't
Some
communicate.
nerd shit.
You can't communicate with, and if you offend it, it will attack you. But I don't know what it wants, so I don't know why it's hostile. So I got scared and flew away.
The more you take away, the larger it grows. That is a hole.
The more you take away, the larger it grows.
This is from a big book of riddles for infants.
Mine is robots and gore. I hate watching extreme violence and hate the thing that if a robot is programmed to kill you, there's no stopping it. I'm different. It depends on the kind
more
of
you take-
violence. Like Quentin Tarantino, the violence never really disturbs me.
Well, that's so cartoonish and abstract.
Yeah, if it's like realistic violence, like a movie where the violence is being played realistically, that disturbs me. Like, have any of you ever seen I, Tonya with Margot Robbie?
That's not violent.
Well, there is
Well,
the domestic
a little bit.
violence.
Oh yeah, never mind that bit.
And as someone who's seen it, that's much more what it's like.
Yeah.
Like that, when violence is played like realistically, like there's a scene where her husband is Sebastian Stan and they're like arguing about ice cream or something and he just hits her in the face and she starts bleeding. Like it's realistic, it's, you know, it's not sexy or cool, it's what violence is actually like. That kind of stuff gets to me.
Good movie.
It is a good movie. Margot Robbie was great in it.
Yeah, she kind of elevates it, I think. Cities without houses, rivers without water, forests without trees. Map. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map,
Like,
etc.
because I've seen violence, and not to info dump too much, and been the victim of mild violence. Violence fascinates me as a concept. But yeah, I probably shouldn't watch movies with these things in it, because it will upset me. But I'm fascinated by it. I'm fascinated by the psychology of it, and why people do it, and the effect it has. I'm fascinated. Like, we watched Straw Dogs the other day, and Kim was
Oh my
like,
God.
we shouldn't be watching this. And
Yeah,
I was like, but I love it! in a fucked
about
up
halfway
way.
through I was like, this is not a good movie for you to watch. Why did you pick this? And you were like, no.
But it's a good movie.
It's a very good movie, but my fucking god, it's bleak
Yeah.
and horrifying.
There's probably some sort of like I like to watch
Christ.
things that hurt me, except for what I said about Black Mirror. There is a line.
Black when bought, red when used, grey when thrown out. I actually don't know this one. What do you think this is?
I'm terrible at riddles. Don't ask me.
Oh, it's coal. Like you put coal in a fire when it's black, it glows red, and then it. Yeah, great. Yeah, there we go, coal. Again, these are like the sort of riddles you'd find in like a Lord of the or The Hobbit or something like that.
But yeah, like a shoot 'em up where John Wick is just shooting loads of people. Nah, that doesn't bother me. War violence in war movies doesn't bother me because I've never been through a war. If I'd been through a war, it probably would bother me. Like Saving Private Ryan, the opening of Saving Private Ryan, Apparently,
Lord of the Hobbit.
apparently a lot of D-Day veterans actually did find it very triggering. And I can see why, because the opening of Saving Private Ryan is very realistic. But I didn't, because I've not been through a war. I've not seen a guy's legs been blown off.
It cannot be seen, but it can be heard. It will not speak unless it is spoken to.
Child.
Do you know?
No, I don't know.
Echo.
I
I think it's Echo, at least. I mean, that makes sense. We've got Hole. What was that one? Can't remember. Hole something.
Hole and coal.
Hole. Yeah, Cole was the third one, and this is Echo. What was this one again? Hang on. Echo. Lol. Okay, some point.
I'm genuinely actually getting military conscription now you mention it. Surely that doesn't happen in Britain anymore, does it?
I don't know.
Military conscription?
Farzar, there's a map. Okay, I understand. So do we have to like spell the word map?
I'm
This is
not
probably
dying in the
book
mud
as well.
somewhere for England of all places. But your ancestors did, so you have to too. I had a great uncle who died in the First World War.
Ew.
I know, he fought for the British.
Ew.
Traitor!
Ew.
He died in France or some shit.
Okay, yeah, map. It's going to be map, Cole, Echo. Oh, it's just going to be spelling out
Well,
the
he
words.
probably
That's
joined up because they like paid him. Because I think they paid you, didn't they?
fine. I have no fucking idea what
Well, I
they
can't think of any other reason why you join up.
did.
Especially if being Irish.
Map. I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map, I'm the map. That's really stuck with me over the years, and I don't really know why.
What's it from?
Dora the Explorer.
Oh,
When she
Works.
gets a
yeah.
map out, the map is anthropomorphized and alive. And you have to go like, map! Map! In order to summon the map. And then the map comes out and sings, I'm the map.
That sounds kind of annoying.
I'm the map, I'm the
That
map.
sounds kind of annoying.
Yeah, I mean, it's very annoying. That show in general is very annoying.
We're getting more abstract about our fears now. But yeah, that's really scary horror movies. Ones that like fuck with your deep, deep seated fears. Like that's why Midsommar and Hereditary is so frightening.
I know this is going to be an annoying thing to say. I don't know if I have any deep-seated fears. I've never been frightened by a horror movie to a huge extent.
Yeah, we all have deep seated fears.
Well, it's like I've
Do you
never
know- do-
found a horror movie so horrifying outside of when I was a kid and watched Ghostbusters, and the Marshmallow Man really
So
terrified
you're
me.
not afraid of like, I don't know, death.
No,
The Midsummer Hereditary stuff, mental illness,
no,
losing control of yourself, locked in syndrome.
no.
Really?
No, I was like kicking my legs and going, "This is cool." When I was watching like Johnny Got His Gun.
Hello, Dis.
I was like, "What a cool concept!"
Say hello to Dis.
Hello, Dis.
It is a cool concept, but it's a horrifying concept.
I'd recommend that movie if you're fucked up by locked-in syndrome or loss of control.
Well, isn't
Johnny
it-
Got His Gun is
the
terrifying.
trope is called, I think it's after a famous book, I Have No Mouth and I Must Scream.
That is Harlan Ellis.
That concept.
I love that book.
I have don't tell
it's
me.
a short story.
Don't tell me what it's about. I don't want to know.
Oh, it's so good.
I have no mouth and I
Really? You don't know what that's?
Don't
It's
tell
so
me,
famous.
because I know it would upset me.
It's so good.
It's basically locked in syndrome, right?
That's
Don't
just
tell
the
me.
ending.
Don't tell me. Don't tell me. But yeah, I have no mouth and I must scream. Locked in syndrome. The idea of that is just no.
Oh, there's a game based on I Have No Mouth, You Must Scream that's apparently really good that we should play.
No, I'm not playing that. No, you can play it.
It's so good.
I know
it's such a good
I know
story.
my limits.
That game would be perfect for this stream. It's a nightmare.
I don't fear death, but I do fear dementia and pain and failure. Yes, failure is one of my biggest ones. I always found, you're all going to laugh at me, but I always found the Eowyn line actually pretty moving. You know, on Two Towers.
What
Don't
Eowyn
laugh
line?
at me.
No, what Eowyn line?
Apologise.
I'm sorry.
How dare you give me that look? Do you love Lord of the Rings?
Yes, I do.
You have 3 seconds to
I'm
apologize.
so sorry.
Do you mean it?
Yes, what's the
I'm not
Eowyn
telling
line?
you now.
Yes, you are.
Apologise 5 times.
Sorry.
I really like the Eowyn line in Two Towers, where she's like got her sword and like Aragorn. She says to Aragorn, "I don't fear death or pain," and Aragorn is like, "What do you fear, my lady?" And she says like a cage, and I'm too old to get out of the cage, and full of regret, and you know, just nothing. And that's probably my biggest fear, the fear of like regret and being trapped, like psychologically trapped, and not having achieved anything. That's actually my biggest fear. Oh, I feel all sorts.
Emma.
Well, that's my biggest fear.
I watched the game before. It was good, but also messed up. Needs trigger warnings in parts. Well, if it's anything like the story, and I've heard it's basically just an expanded version of the short story. I mean, there'll be some unrelentingly fucked up nightmarish shit in it.
I'm mad at you.
What?
You gave a look.
I'm sorry.
I want 2 more signs.
I'm sorry.
Do you mean it?
Yeah.
That was mean. Was it
Let's
mean?
look at the stone tomb. Yes, now let's look at the stone tomb. That was an easy puzzle. This is more my puzzle style. Some stupid riddles for children. Put them into a code filler and then it
This
opens.
is really dark and I'm not at risk, but I'm so excited for death. Me too! Death does not frighten me. Death seems like a great release from, from the horror of life.
Didn't Harlan voice the computer?
I'm not
yes,
a
and I
risk.
think he wrote it.
I'm not a risk either, but I totally get that. Death. Yeah, the reassurance of knowing it's there is great. Kane says he'd like to be immortal. I'd hate that.
Yeah,
I'd
that'd be fun.
hate immortality.
If I found like some sort of magic syringe that made you immortal, without hesitation, I'm jamming that in my arm, and then I'm jamming it in yours as well.
I don't want to be immortal.
And then I wouldn't tell you, which is I know fucked up, but I know that you
You're like that
know.
movie. You're like that movie Passengers.
No, but I know I would probably go. Oh, I'll just jab her, and then 20 years later, when you're like, baby, why haven't we aged? I'd go, it's probably nothing.
But yeah, what Eowyn said is my biggest fear. Being trapped and full of regret. That's my biggest fear.
Pregnancy's a big one.
Oh,
that's why
does,
Alien
yeah.
is so spooky.
That does. Yeah, that does scare me.
I mean, that's body horror.
Yes.
100%.
Yeah, pregnancy is just fucked up body horror. Like, no offense to the people who have children, but just this little parasite thing inside you sucking away your resources. It's not beautiful. It's not natural. It's fucking horrible.
There'd be like an elf who outlives his beloved tiny human friends and lovers. I mean, that would be fine. I wouldn't mind that.
Tolkien writes such good dialogue. He is actually really good at it. He is.
I'm 50-50 on this as a statement.
No. I think his dialogue is really
I think
good.
Tolkien is one of the most incredible world builders and mythology makers of any generation, but actual writing skill?
No,
I think he can be really good, and sometimes that fails.
No, I think his dialogue is great.
Some of it is.
Yeah, that scene with Eowyn is great dialogue.
I like the stuff with Theoden.
The dialogue, he's really. I think his dialogue is excellent. Some of it.
Anyway, let's click on this stone tomb. Oh, we're a strong boy. I'd be more careful with this. You're going to crack it open and you're not going to be able to put it back on. Like, I'm assuming you're going to tidy up before you leave here.
I think there's a line, I don't know what book or movie it's from, but I think it sums up my feelings in immortality. People always want to be immortal, but they're saying people can't figure out what to do on a rainy afternoon.
Well, I think that's silly.
No, life is boring and hard.
Yeah, so just keep doing it forever and you'll get better at it, I guess. Yeah, this is the thing. I love to be immortal. I hate it when people tell me, oh, you wouldn't want that. It's like, how the fuck would you know? Nobody's done it. It's like,
because
you know
what life is like.
There's so many copium stories about like, oh, this is or immortality is actually secretly a curse. People get like, it's people just want to die. And it's like, you don't fucking know. You haven't been immortal. This is cope because you're trying to cope with the fact that you're gonna die. You're not gonna be immortal.
I know that life can be bad, frustrating, gross, and scary and boring.
And then also,
so I don't want forever of that.
And then also, sometimes you go into the bathroom like I just did, and you see an adorable little spider friend, and you let it crawl around on your hand
and
for a
that's
second.
supposed to make it worthwhile to live
Yeah,
forever.
why not? Like,
no,
you get to do that infinite times.
No,
Okay, fine.
I hate that. I hate it. I would not want to be immortal. I've never seen the appeal.
Well, if I get some sort of immortality pill, it's going in your drink. Because I'm taking you with me. We'll be in like 300 years later, and you'll be like, I think I should be dead by now. What have you done?
It would take me 300 years to figure it out.
I'll just go like, you've just been really healthy recently.
I'm frightened of the concept of nothing after death. That doesn't bother me. I think
I'm fine with that.
That doesn't bother me.
I don't care about that, really.
Like, I think when I'm actually dying, the thought that, there's going to be nothing now would frighten me. But in general, the idea that there's nothing, because I don't believe in an afterlife. Well, Ken laughs at me because I believe in ghosts.
Yes.
I kind of believe in ghosts. I don't really see that as an afterlife. I know technically it is.
How so?
Well, a ghost...
It's so obviously an afterlife.
When I believed in ghosts, like, fully, a ghost is just an imprint or a recording of energy left behind.
Okay,
it's not really you.
Yeah.
Where heaven is supposed to be, that's actually you in like this paradise forever.
I feel like I'm flipping through a monster manual.
I used to love those.
Yeah. Would you, as a compromise, upload yourself to a computer to live forever? See, the thing about the computer brain is that I've always been hung up on the fact that that would be a copy, not a cut function. Like, that would be copy and paste, and then there'd just be two of me, and that sucks. Whereas, if you could, like, digitize my brain in one swift movement, fine, whatever. But I don't want to duplicate me. That would fuck with my sense of interiority, I think. What are you doing?
I'm getting my slipper.
Mm-hmm. Right, go into the stone tomb. Hey!
The first Gordon.
That's pretty. I like you. The first Gordon! And I have a special key. Don't know what I needed that for.
This must be the key William wrote about in his diary.
Alright, good.
The first of the 5.
I could say, oh, it won't matter then because I won't care anymore, but the thing is I don't want to stop living. I like it here.
I think too.
Pure drag and drop, then sure, whatever. Because then there's always the thing in the future. They could just, like, USB stick my brain into a fucking robo body or something. That's fine.
Like, I think I agree.
I don't want to be in the cloud.
I agree with that too. Like remember the last season of The Good Place?
Mm-hmm.
The heaven was really boring.
Yeah.
And they had to, like, the only way heaven couldn't, that was the conclusion. The only reason that life's worth living is that you know it will end.
Mm-hmm.
That's why immortality would be a curse.
Mm-hmm.
Do you agree?
Nah, I mean, well, in that case, what's stopping you from shooting yourself in the head?
That's very dark.
Well, no, I mean, like, 3,000 years on, you're like, yeah, I'm done now.
So there would be a get-out clause in immortality. It wouldn't be like Highlander when nothing could
Well, yeah,
kill
I
you.
wouldn't want to be invulnerable like some sort of weird god figure. That would suck.
Highlander's weird because nothing can kill them but being beheaded.
Yeah.
Can you behead yourself?
Yeah, guillotine yourself. That's fine.
I think it has to be with their magic swords or whatever.
Okay, strap that to the guillotine.
Highlander is so stupid, but I had fun with it.
I like Highlander.
I do
It's very
like
fun.
Clancy Brown is hilarious.
I have a book. Ooh.
There is no
Oh
man
no, it's
today
going to be a
who
long
would
old
remember
read,
the
isn't it?
origin of the gate of the 2 worlds, the Black Mirror.
It's the name of the game, the Black
This
Mirror.
record shall be a warning to all who blindly long for power, not hesitating to stray from the path of fate, exposing their soul to dark forces. Mordred, the lord of our manor, an amoral, evil man, plagued the people of these lands for many long years, with his ill nature and hatred. His power, however, was soon ended by Marcus, newly returned from the battles with the disbelievers in distant lands. Well acquainted with the habits of his enemy, Mordred made meticulous preparations to withstand the attack of his brother.
Brother.
Realizing that not
He's
even
so
the strong
posh.
walls of the castle could hold against the onslaught forever, he descended into the underground.
There's going to be a
of the
lore
chapel.
dump for everybody.
There, he opened within its heart the Black Mirror and urged the entities of shadow to help prevent his doom.
As
He
you
was
do.
not the only one, however, to know of the secret corridors below the castle.
I don't
By
think
the
this
hand
guy
of
would say
fate,
castle.
The balance
What would
of
he say
power
instead?
began to lean
Castle.
towards Mordred's side.
Well, is he
There was
actually
not much
English, or is he
time
Czech?
left.
I don't
Watching
know.
his men die around him, Marcus understood what had to be done. Overwhelmed by fury, he battled his way through many lines of enemies into the labyrinth of corridors leading to the heart of the underground cathedral. With haste, he took advantage of the momentary surprise and thrust his sword with all his might
Thrust.
against his brother. Righteous anger
Brother!
hit his heart, and cold steel
That's,
pierced the black
IT
heart of
crowd?
the traitor.
Oh, he says father,
Victory.
but
He was singing everything.
Right. Staggering on the edge of a
Matt Berry's
bottomless
hot.
abyss,
He could get it.
Mordred gathered his
It's out of
last
nowhere.
ounce
It's out of nowhere.
brought
Who
forth
says that
a
line?
desperate
Nobody.
Matt Berry says it.
Okay.
He says father.
His
Such me out of nowhere. Fuck
pronounced the
you.
dark words,
Matt Berry's hot.
"Curse." Of your blood, others will rise with your name, bearing my curse.
Mm-hmm. Madness curse.
One of your heirs will
Yeah, that
convert
was so
5
hard to figure
souls
out.
of
That's a
5
big
mortals.
twist.
This will be the catalyst to bring my anger back to life, and I will return.
Okay, so it is
When
probably
your
us
days have
killing.
ended, there will be no one to stop
Killing. There's going to be 5 murders and then
Mordred
Marcus is going to come
felt
back or whatever.
misuse,
Or
and
Mordred.
the throat of the Black Mirror closed as he took his terminal breath. In that instant,
It's very
the
flowery.
whole place was filled by a deafening sound and
Oh,
blinding
crumbs.
light,
It's ritual murder, lads.
followed
Crumbs?
by an absolute
Oh,
silence.
crumbs.
I always make fun of you when you say, oh, crumbs.
I've never said
One
oh crumbs in
last
my
thing
life.
to be done.
I've not. He's a liar.
Four
He's a liar.
keys of
He
power
laughs
were
at me if I say
divided by
goodness
Marcus
gracious, but I never
by
say.
the laws
It's
of the
so
golden
sweet.
man.
I never say
The
crumbs. That's Winnie the Pooh who says
remaining with
crumbs.
Marcus
Emma will sometimes drop
Never
something and
again
say,
would
oh,
the
goodness
king
gracious.
I never say crumbs.
It's just really cute.
It's
It's like she turns into a little, like, cartoon character from a 60s television show.
The story of our Lord.
Like the sidekick from
saved
Danger
us from
Mouse.
the dark
I think he says, oh,
ages.
crumbs.
Let his soul
No
rest in
crumbs.
peace.
Oh, this is boring. Is it over?
Isidore Vale,
That's who's there.
Thank
in memory
Christ.
of Marcus Gordon, 1240 AD.
My friend laughs at me when I stumble and go whoopsie.
Or whoopsala. I don't know how to pronounce it in German.
5 keys and
Whoopsala.
finish what William couldn't.
All right, sure. I mean, you might need to kill some people. Let's go.
Kill who? His
I know, I
family?
was talking about ritual murders.
He's not actually going to kill no one, is he?
Mm.
Well, your
Let's
grandfather.
go.
Your grandfather. Oh well, he's probably killing them people.
He
drowning,
probably is.
drowning them in the
Whoopsie
water.
daisy.
Path is closed. There's no getting out that way. With hope,
Really?
there's another exit somewhere.
Oh god. Okay. Well, there's a cave in there, but we couldn't do anything.
But Highlander is a fun, dumb movie. That French fella trying to do a Scottish accent.
Oh, it's so bad. It's
Sean-
so bad. And they had a Scottish guy, Sean Connery, but he's inexplicably meant to be Spanish
or
Egyptian.
Portuguese or Egyptian.
Spanish Portuguese Egyptian. Oh, it's bad.
Clancy Brown is supposed to be like some sort of Cossack.
Yeah, but he's great.
Yeah, but he's not.
We can't
He's not doing.
disparage Clancy
He's
Brown.
not doing a Russian accent. He's terrible in it.
Mhm.
I mean, no, he's not terrible. He's great, but like the movie's terrible because it's great or whatever. You know what I mean?
Go into the dark corner and
I
cry.
can't see anything over there.
Like
I'll stay in the light for a moment.
Clancy Brown is very fucking funny in that movie. Remember when he turns up and he like kidnaps the old lady
Mhm.
and he goes, "Hi, Grandma." He like shaves off us.
Mhm.
He's very, very funny.
I'm quite partial to Jeepers myself. Emma goes, Jeekers. Which is, again, very cute.
Shut up.
Crumbs. Sugar.
I don't go
Jeepers.
crumbs. I've never said crumbs. He's lying.
Oh, sugar.
I do say that.
This is so sweet.
It comes from this time. I was like 8 or 7 and we had a substitute teacher. And you know how substitute teachers are always much nicer than the regular teacher because they've not been beaten down by life yet. It's true. And she was like really nice and I wanted to impress her because she was so nice. Like I wanted to be the teacher's pet, little sucker. And I was giving her money for like the school trip and I dropped it. And I went, shit. And she went,
Emma.
and she went, say sugar. And I was so embarrassed. I went to the floor to swallow me up.
Oh, what a bitch.
She was, I mean, again, if she wasn't a substitute, she'd have really given out to me.
Mhm.
It would have been Irma. You know, substitute teachers,
Children swear all the time.
not supposed to.
Go anywhere. Candlestick. Take the candlestick and light it.
I can't see
I was so
anything interesting.
embarrassed, though.
I can't see anything interesting.
Well, take some fire. Just take some fire with your hands. And just go into the dark corner. Do I have anything? Do I have a lighter or a match or anything? I've got a camera that might have some sort of flash. I have no idea. Was there anything else in William's diary? Human voices. There are dozens of them. Their whisperings are melting my ears into a sea of horrifying noise. What's
Human-
happening with me?
Human voices? Are tall voices human?
What about a little cow voice?
You wouldn't call that a voice.
Going moo.
I think when we say voice, we mean talking. We mean a human.
If you say so.
We wouldn't call. Do you call a cow going moo a voice?
Well, that's its voice.
It's just making sounds.
Using its voice.
The cows don't have voices. They just
Okay.
they just go.
Not legally.
What do you mean legally?
I am weaker than
Yeah, your
legally. There's
voice.
the key.
Your voice is also like your inner voice and your thoughts and like your morals and shit like that. Like when you write a story, you say it's my voice. Like,
Mhm.
it's human.
Okay.
Oh, Emma, I'm not one to stir you, know me, but I'd watch Dreya's tongue. I know.
Mm-hmm. I swear a lot. Recently I've gotten into casual cunting, which is very therapeutic. That sounds like a euphemism for dogging.
I'm a
Or
profanity.
swinging.
Shush. I'm a profanity maximalist. I think children should swear. It's important to the language.
I've been trying to tone down my swearing a little bit.
Fuck off.
Emma!
Swear.
Emma!
Swear.
You swear a lot.
So.
Which is why it's always so strange when you say like, oh, sugar,
Right.
oh, crumbs.
I never say crumbs.
Goodness gracious!
I never say crumbs, and I've just explained why I say sugar. It's because of that endless embarrassment from doing it to the nice
So
teacher.
why'd you say, oh, goodness gracious?
I don't know.
It's very sweet.
I don't say crumbs. I'm not.
Jeepers cripes!
I don't say cripes either. I say jeepers and jinkies and jakers. But I don't say crumbs. That's fucking. It's the little bear fella who says crumbs. What's his name?
It can't be
Winnie the
seen,
Pooh.
But it
I don't say crumbs. That's a lie.
If you say so.
Oh, he's so annoying.
Heavens to bits.
Isn't that the one from Misery who says that?
I think so.
Remember? Because she won't swear. She like is really against swearing. The one that keeps the writer in the bed. And she's like, Heavens to Betsy. Or you dirty birdie. She was... Didn't she win the Oscar for that?
I hope so.
She deserved it. She did.
How the fuck do I get out of this place?
Look
So wait, right click
up
it.
the
I forgot
bench.
that you can right click.
Where did it run?
Are you going to follow the rat?
Follow the rat into the suspicious corner. Yes, thank you, rat friend. The fuck was that?
The rat killed you?
Hopefully, rat is helping.
No, it turned into like a giant rat and killed you.
Maybe. I mean, I can't control anything right now. So hopefully the game's doing okay. Oh, Jesus.
I must have hurt my arm.
What do you mean you must have hurt your arm? You can tell when your arm is hurt.
I'm alive.
Oh, I imagine I've hurt my arm. Are you a robot?
Maybe he is. Maybe that's the twist.
An 80s robot.
Yeah, that's why everyone's so sort of cold to him, because he's not fucking real.
That
He's
dumb fucker.
he's like a robot or a clone.
Mm-hmm. Bullet.
If
Oh, God.
only I knew the correct setup. I've got to keep trying.
You're not going to make me do trial and error.
Trial and error.
Nothing. The levers must be in the
Levers.
wrong...
Levers.
Levers.
Fake British man.
The dumb
The
fucker.
mechanism
He
is
walked
so
into the dark and wondered why he fell in a hole. He is a dumb fucker.
Alright, we'll try down, down, up. Or, oh God, there's oh no, that's so much worse than I thought it was going to be. You wouldn't make me do this, would you? Is there any 573 or S73?
You could just look up the hint book.
Leave me alone. You always take the easy way out.
There's no easy way out. Isn't
Don't know what that means.
That's a song, isn't it? In Rocky 4. Remember the movie with just montages? And he's about to fight the Russian. And there's like this song. There's no easy way out. Remember?
No.
I like Rocky 4. Now that's a shit movie. That is so stupid. How is the Russian fella? What's his name again?
Ivan Drago.
How can he beat Apollo Creed? How can he murder Apollo Creed? But Sylvester Stallone survives being whacked over and over and over and
Because
over.
he's got a superior thick skull.
Well, he does have brain damage in the next movie.
Yes. Which is kind of funny.
Well, that was when he was trying to make it more realistic.
Mm-hmm.
Because it really fell off the deep end. Like, Rocky 1 and 2 are relatively realistic, and then 3 and 4 are just cartoons. You've never seen 5? I wouldn't recommend it.
No, it's the one Rocky movie I haven't seen is 5 because nobody likes it, ironically or unironically.
It's bad, yeah.
Like, I like the first one unironically, it's great. 2, 3, 4, all ironic.
No, 2 is good.
2 is like Jaws 2.
No,
it's
no.
completely
You
unnecessary.
said you
It's a
didn't
rehash.
even like Jaws 2.
Yeah, that's what I mean. It's
You
like
don't like 2.
no,
It's
well, it's
great.
just pointless. It doesn't
No,
need to exist.
no,
It's like whatever.
No.
It's not as bad as 3 and 4, but like 3 and 4 at least are hilarious, terrible movies that you can watch ironically.
2 is a good movie.
And then the whatever it's called, 5 nobody seems to like.
You haven't seen it.
And then the new ones, they're okay.
no,
some of them.
no, the new one's 6, and then the other one's the Apollo Creed
Yeah.
franchise. Not Apollo Creed. What's the son's name?
Creed.
No, his first
Adonis
name.
Creed.
Thank you.
It's even worse than Apollo Creed.
Donnie Creed.
Ugh. Yeah, I've watched the first 2 Creed movies. They're fine.
How many of them were there altogether? Was there 3 or
3,
4?
I think.
There was just 3.
Yeah. I've heard that the third one's very odd because it's directed by Michael B. Jordan,
Doesn't it have
who
like?
is a fucking weeb.
Doesn't
And apparently
he
he
have the-
directs it like an
Doesn't
anime.
the third one have the rapist fella in it, Jonathan Majors?
Probably,
The
yes.
one that was in Marvel, and then Marvel had to get
Yes,
rid of him, and there's going to
probably.
be the new villain because he was
Yeah.
arrested. No, domestic violence.
No, probably. But yeah, the third one's apparently very strange but interesting, but I haven't seen it yet. I don't know if I ever will bother. Michael B. Jordan is in The Wire. I like Michael
Wait,
B.
isn't
Jordan.
Michael B. Jordan the one playing Donnie?
Yes.
And he directed the movie and starred in it.
Yes, the third one.
What's the relevance to him being a weeb, as you put it?
Because he directs the movie like an anime, apparently.
Well, it's kind of. I mean, Rocky's kind of like that.
Like,
anyway.
apparently it's filmed like Speed Racer. Because apparently it's very strange.
Rocky is a cartoon. The whole franchise is a cartoon, anyway.
The first one's really good. The first one is amazing.
The first one's hardly realistic, though.
It's more realistic than any of the others. I mean, it won an Oscar for a reason.
It's not realistic. How realistic would it be that this tall amateur could go toe-to-toe and have a draw with the world champion?
Because he's got heart.
Yeah, very realistic.
Because he's got the purest heart of anyone in the world.
Very realistic.
Because you described to me Rocky as Winnie the Pooh with muscles once, and it's so accurate. He's so sad.
In fairness,
he's got the saddest little eyes.
In fairness, I think Rocky is actually based on some weird fluke where some guy went against
so it's fine.
Muhammad Ali and got to a drive and he was basically an amateur. Yeah, okay, but it's not like that realistic, though, is it?
It might be feeding the fuel.
Pure-hearted, so he wins.
Yeah, exactly.
So anyway. I mean, it's because...
that's why the sequels don't work, because it works once as a fluke. It's not going to... It's always supposed to be he's not actually a very good boxer. So how does he keep on winning on all the other movies? It's like, no, once was a fluke. And in the first movie, it's a draw. He doesn't actually beat Apollo Creed.
Well, again, it's why the first movie is the Oscar winner and the others are ironic,
Franchise
trashy movies.
Maybe a dog.
I still like him, though.
Yeah, I like the character.
The character,
Rocky.
not the actor.
But like the first movie, outstanding, untouchable, deserves the win. Oh, it's so good.
There's that creepy scene with Adrian.
There is the creepy scene with Adrian, but I think it wasn't meant to be creepy, to be fair. But it's really it's a really good movie.
Adrian, I like Adrian.
I love Adrian, but that's the thing. Adrian gets ruined. Like Adrian is a completely different character in all the other movies.
No, she's not.
Oh, she's terrible in all the other. She's awful. She's
well, just because she wears a dress and some makeup.
Basically,
Oh,
I mean,
that's not-
basically
no,
take away anything
no,
interesting and
no,
unique about Adrian.
No, that's stupid. No,
I mean,
disagree.
Adrian is
No.
so lovely in the first movie.
Just because she's not wearing makeup and a dress in the first movie and she's wearing ones in the other one does not mean her character is ruined.
I don't see any connection between the Adrian in the first movie and the Adrian in the second movie.
I disagree. No, I disagree.
Mm-hmm.
The whole point.
Mocky
The
arguments.
whole point of why she was like that in the first movie because she was repressed.
I know.
Rocky freed her. He opened her up sexually and emotionally. So she wanted to embrace.
I mean, who could resist that?
She
slab
wanted
of
to
man?
embrace her femininity. You're being sexist. He just preferred her when she was a little mouse.
Yeah.
He likes two types of women, either mouses or shouty types.
And you're both.
And depending on the day, I'm one or the other.
I don't know what the fuck I'm supposed to do here. Mice and moles.
Well, I like Adrian and Rocky's relationship. I don't think it gets ruined.
There's no clues here.
I think that's the consistently good thing about the franchise is Adrian and Rocky.
What about Paulie?
Oh, I hate Paulie.
What about when Paulie fucks that robot in the fourth one?
Paulie. I wish Paulie had died. He does eventually, doesn't he? One of the Creed
Yes.
movies. I wish he had died from the beginning. I hate Paulie.
But what about when he fucks the robot?
He doesn't actually fuck the robot.
He fucks that robot.
He just programs it to say, like, I love you, dear, or whatever.
That so quickly went off the rails, that franchise. It's all Stallone's shit. Like, it's like First Blood.
First Blood's actually good.
First Blood's a fantastic
the first Rambo
movie.
movie is actually good.
It's a really grim, depressing story of PTSD.
It is,
and
yeah.
it's very non-jingoistic.
Your friend's face in a pile of goo. That's the line.
It's harrowing. Yes, it's a harrowing drama. And then as soon as it got a sequel, it's like we're airdropping Rambo into fucking Afghanistan
zones,
because
yeah.
he's the biggest badass in the world. And it's like, what, the guy who was having a panic attack in the woods because he was being harassed by cops? That guy. You're dropping him into Afghanistan.
Have you figured this out yet?
No, I don't know what to do.
Look
I'm looking
at
it up. Fine. It's just a fucking insane way to take that movie. But, you know, people ate it up for a bit, I think.
Well, that's kind of just sequels for you.
Yeah.
Like, whatever works in the first movie, you have to up the ante.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in Jaws, each Jaws movie, the shark gets bigger.
Mm-hmm.
And it was already unrealistically big in the first movie.
Mm-hmm.
Like, how big was it in the first movie? 21, 22?
Something like that.
Maybe even 20. No, I think maybe the last movie it was 25.
I don't know.
And I think the biggest great white shark they've ever found in real life was 20 or 19. So it was already bigger than it would realistically be.
Biggest great white shark.
I think it's the 20-footer one.
Biggest great white shark is
20 to
20 to
21.
21 feet.
And now look up what Jaws was. In Jaws 1. I think he was like 22, 23.
Something like that. Might even up to 25. I don't know.
Length of the shark.
Jaws 1, length of shark.
Says I'm bad at Googling.
Size of the sharks. 25 feet long.
The first one?
Yes. Oh, in the original novel, he's 20 feet long. In the movie, the robot is 25 feet long.
And how big is the last shark then?
Oh, probably like 30. It's like they're ridiculous.
Give me that
They get
there.
silly. Oh my god, let me play the game.
Okay, the first Jaws is 25 feet. The second Jaws is 30 feet.
It Jaws 2. Jesus.
And Jaws 3, which is 3D, it's 35. And Jaws 4 is small again. He's back to 25.
Okay. Right, fine.
But yeah, no shark has ever been that, apart from like the fucking Meg, but that was millions of years ago.
Megalodon? Don't call it the Meg like you're fucking Jason Statham.
That
Call
movie,
it Megalodon.
That movie was so disappointing.
Don't call it the Meg.
I went to see the Meg and it was so disappointing.
Mm-hmm.
Like, it wasn't fun enough to be stupid. It took itself way too seriously.
Mm-hmm.
I don't actually like Jason Statham. He's annoying.
I can't ever truly hate Jason Statham because of my genuine, unironic love for the Crank movies.
No, Jason Statham is annoying. Like, he's trying to be both serious and silly, and he's neither.
Okay, use it to turn the power on.
And he has such a Cockney accent, it feels like almost racist. Like, he's doing it to the point of parody.
Yes.
Like, he sounds like you when you do a Cockney accent. Doesn't he?
Mm-hmm.
He's not listening to
It
me.
says there is a clue nearby, though it's not obvious. It does say that trial and error is probably how you're meant to do it. Under the power button, there are 3 digits. Perhaps they correspond somehow to the correct setting. The digits are 5, 7, and 3. Each of these numbers can correspond to one of the 3 positions, up, down, or middle.
But yeah, in modern times...
The first digit is a 5, implying that the leftmost lever should be in the middle. How? Fuck you. Whatever.
So in modern times, sharks don't get bigger than 20 feet. But, you know, so Jaws was already unrealistic. And we are similar in that once I need to find out something, I have to find it as soon as possible. Oh yeah, I have to know. I have to know. Well, I have OCD.
Yes.
I have to know, otherwise it will drive me crazy.
It's stuck.
Stuck.
It makes me good for academia, where you recheck and recheck and recheck and recheck all your sources and your citations. I was good at that bit. Wasn't I, Ken? It's not listening to me.
Yay! Oh, it's actually
Everything's
nice.
going to be easier with light.
Hostile puzzle design. Even the hint system has an instruction manual, exactly.
I fell down the shaft.
Oh, my stuff! I didn't realise I didn't have my stuff on me.
I guess another thing, Jaws has a very negative legacy because people took Jaws seriously and started killing sharks.
Yep. Killed so many sharks. Didn't Benchley become a shark conservationist because of it?
The guy who wrote the book.
Yeah,
And even Steven Spielberg has
The camera is
apologised.
smashed.
Oh, my camera.
Even Steven Spielberg has apologised for that, saying, I didn't mean this to happen, it's just meant to be a dumb movie.
I mean, to be fair, it is obviously meant to be... I mean, it's a very, very good movie, but it is just a movie. I think if you're basing your shark hunting laws and stuff off Jaws, then you might need to be put in a home for your own safety.
Being unable to sit with certainty is an OCD trait. Oh yeah, that actually might be my greatest fear. Uncertainty is a fucking... That's torture when you have OCD. And that's the thing, because life is uncertain. There's loads of things in life that are uncertain, and they'll say you just have to live with uncertainty. And it's like, I literally can't, you motherfucker. All of life is a game of chance. Fuck you.
Old wire cutters might come in handy.
I say people reacting to movies like that is more an education issue than anything.
Exactly.
Well, like, I think Kane just, he just thinks too much of people. In my experience, people are mean and dumb. They'll want more money. Like, they you know, like, I've met people, my mom was one of them, who believe what they see in movies. Like, my mom would say something about Titanic, like I said, her favourite movie, and I'd say, no, that didn't happen in real life, Mom. And she'd look at me and go, but it was in the movie. Like, people...
That's so sad. That actually makes me feel really existentially sad.
But
now.
that's lots of people. Lots of people believe what they see in movies.
It's like even when I was a kid, if I watched like something based on a true event, I'd always go, "Huh, I wonder how accurate this is." Like, is that just lacking in people? That's terrifying.
But I think that's true. I think you really do. You really overestimate the human race. You do, like. Like most people.
If I'm the uncynical one in our relationship.
You do though. Kane is a lovely, lovely person, and he expects that from everybody else. Like Kane genuinely wouldn't want billions and billions. He can't understand why other people would. Like he's just no, I don't want to stop.
I'm not. I'm just saving because there's some fucky weird puzzles things, and I feel like this might kill me. Although I don't think we've had any death states yet.
Because this is fun. But yeah, like Kane is a lovely person, and he cannot understand that other people are not good. You can't though.
Well, I guess this might solve certain issues. I just had a feeling. I had a feeling this would kill me. I'm surprised that candle was staying lit at all, to be honest. Fine, good.
I used to volunteer.
It just gives you credit.
I used to volunteer at an OCD organisation. I have OCD myself. Ooh, the conversations we can have.
That's some Baldur's Gate 1 instinct, Tomb Raider rationale. I'm getting used to it. Right, well, what the hell am I supposed to do? Maybe I should turn off the power flow.
I'm much more cynical than Kane. Nothing about human behaviour surprises me.
It won't move the slightest.
Like, I remember when Brexit was happening, I was in the Czech Republic for a friend's wedding, and obviously everyone there was either Czech or American or Irish. And we were talking about Brexit because it was in the news, and they were all saying, because that's what the whole media was saying, it's not going to happen. And I kept saying over and over, it is going to happen, it is going to happen.
Have you seen that country?
Because my dad, my lovely dad, is, that's sarcastic, is English, and I knew his views on it. And I'm not saying he represents the whole of England, but I know the English. I was like, they're going to vote for it, they are. And then they voted for it, and I was like, told you. I also knew Trump would get elected. Everyone again was like, oh, that's so shocking, how was he elected? It's like, it's coming a mile off, he's going to get elected.
I expect about 70% of people to be stupid and or horrible.
So that's the good thing about being a cynic, you're never disappointed.
Mm-hmm. Can't see anything else to interact with. Unless I turn off the button. Like maybe I meant to unlock this gate first. Then turn on the power.
Yeah, but like I think it's just nice about Kane that he's genuinely like, why would anyone want billions and billions? And I'm like, but Elon Musk does. Mm-hmm. It doesn't matter if you don't. A lot of people do. Like, it is a cliche from the Bible, you know, money is the root of all evil. But a lot of people will do terrible, terrible things for money.
Mm-hmm. Cut it with the knife. There's wire cutters, I'm dumbo.
My most annoying OCD trait is sometimes a piece of song or media gets stuck in my head and playing repeat for days.
My way any longer.
Next one,
I think I will say this now and you can strike me down. I think the vast majority of people will do anything for money. Mm-hmm. They'll do terrible things for money. I think more people are like Elon Musk than not. That is my opinion. Sometimes it's not necessarily an evil thing. Like if you're poor, obviously you're going to do anything for money. Like poor people will be desperate and stuff. But yeah, I think most people, if they became billionaires, would keep going. I don't think most people... I think greed is one of our inherent traits. What do you think?
I have no idea.
I'm convinced. Convinced. People...
You're the one that studied sociology.
Sociology doesn't give you answers. It just sort of tells, well, it doesn't... No, it gives you answers but no solutions.
I think it's a very masturbatory field.
No, you said that about philosophy.
That's way more masturbatory.
I really enjoyed sociology and philosophy. I would debase myself for money but try to avoid harming others. I'm sure you would, but I think a lot of people, out of sight, out of mind, and blind eye and blind spots, you know, like a lot of people do bad things, but they're able to pretend to themselves they're not doing a bad thing. I think...
Meat! Meat!
I think a lot of people... I don't think most people think of themselves as evil or cruel. They do evil or cruel things because they justify it to themselves. Go on, say it again.
Pig gas chambers!
He's got a point. Cognitive dissonance. You know, you don't think of eating a pig the way you think of eating a person. But is it really all that different at the end of the day?
As long as it can feel pain and fear.
I know, you said. You said.
Do you have any idea how I'd get through this door?
The key is on the other side
Oh,
of the door.
I really should be right-clicking everything, because that gives me some more context. The key is on the other side, so maybe fashion. some sort of grappling hook, like out of the rope.
Like, everyone likes to think of themselves as the goodie in their own story. Like what we were saying earlier about that Joseph Goebbels thing. It's a lie and everyone believe it. People think he's admitting to being a villain. But nobody, if you've ever read his diaries, he doesn't think he's the baddie. He thinks he's in the right. Because everyone thinks evil people don't think they're evil. They think they're in the right. Now that's scary. Because then how do you know if you're truly evil or good if we all think we're good?
Emma did philosophy in school.
Like, we're all the main character. You know, main character syndrome. We're all the main character in our own heads. Don't you think?
I guess so.
I loved philosophy. I did really well at it. Why do you hate philosophy so much?
It's like poets of the mind.
Dreya is precious and
I am
wholesome.
not. How dare you?
He's so good. He does not understand where the people aren't good. Where me,
I am a cynical,
he's
hard-boiled
not.
person.
He's not.
Yes,
He's
I
not.
am.
He's not. He's not. Where me, I'm a bitch, and I expect other people to be
Emma,
bitches.
You're a lovely, wholesome person.
I am not. I'm very cranky.
You are very
I
cranky.
have a temper on
But
me.
also, yes, you're an angry, cranky person. However, sometimes you say, oh, crumbs and goodness
I
gracious.
never say oh crumbs. But Dreya, you're doing philosophy right now. Well, I think philosophy, I'm going to be really pretentious here. Philosophy is just everyday life and common sense.
I know, it's just the study of philosophy. It does make me roll my eyes.
I
to a certain
loved
extent.
philosophy. I won't have this. You're not insulting
Not all
philosophy.
of them. Not all of them. I can get down with some Nietzsche, but like...
Oh, that is such a Reddit thing to say.
I've read Meditations by Marcus Aurelius. No, that's fucking Reddit. But when I think of philosophical study and academia, it does make me think of just like old men circle jerking in leather chairs.
Emma, let's settle it then. You versus Dreya. Whom of you would most likely tell someone they ought to be boiled?
I have told somebody they should be boiled.
He doesn't mean it though.
Depends.
I think if it was like a Sophie's Choice thing, Cain would rather die than hurt another person. I'm a coward. I'd kill people to live.
Unfortunately, as uncool as it makes me look, that is probably true.
Like Cain would like, you know, if it was like a Sophie's Choice thing, it's you or this kid. Cain would like me, and they'd kill Cain and rescue the kid. I'm a selfish coward. I'd be like,
Emma.
I want to live.
Well, the kid's probably less worth it than Mole.
I'm a selfish coward. I think I'd be like, no, I want to live.
I interact with these at all? Like, I'm trying to think of what I can interact with. Turn off the valve?
Yeah, Cain's not a misanthrope at all. I'm the misanthrope. He thinks way too highly of people.
I don't think I do.
He
I
does.
think I'm
He
neutral.
does. No, he does. Well, how come you keep saying things like, oh, why would anyone want billions of billions? I mean,
I don't know. I think all of this is learned.
I don't think it's learned. I think I don't know.
Maybe. I mean, you could be wrong. Or I could be wrong, I mean.
How can you, like, I think greed is, I don't know. I think greed is an inherent human trait. Like, even if you go to a baby, it wants more. Like, I don't think it's something you learn.
What about those... I mean, maybe it's humanity. What about those rats that show, like, altruism in experiments?
You can be...
where they, like, share off their food
A
and
person
stuff?
can be altruistic and greedy at the same time. Like, a baby will share, but that doesn't mean he wouldn't want more of something. Like, I don't know, I think these are inherent.
I'm looking up a hint. I don't know how the fuck to open this door. This is a really brutal one. How the hell do I
And
get out of
maybe
here?
rats are nicer than humans.
I mean, they do seem pretty nice. Chaotic neutral, maybe. Cable's out of the way. How can I open the fence door? Okay, the only way to unlock it is the key. Yep, I've done that. You won't find it inside this room. It's on the other side of the door. We've done. Right-click on the fence door to find it. You don't use the cliche solution of sliding a mat under the door and jabbing the keyhole with something like we did. Are they shouting out Mystery of the Druids? It's something else. Instead, think about the nature of the door. Oh, God, it's philosophical.
My favourite explanation, yeah, there we go, it's
The
punishment.
nature of a door.
It's a punishment to, like...
It's a chain link fence, but the wire cutter does not work on it.
My favourite explanation of human nature is that our brains are basically elephants and we are trying to drive the elephant. The elephant
It
is...
does work on it.
The
Oh my
elephant is
fucking God.
uncontrollable and we can kind of drive it, but also the elephant can rampage a town if it wants to. The way the human brain works is when the elephant does something, the drive will come up with a reason why they meant for the elephant to do that.
I think I'm going to ban philosophy and poetry from the chat.
I think it's
Cut it with
100%...
a picture for
I
it.
think it's 100% learned and you shouldn't say, oh, people are going to be like this anyway. I see your point, but I don't agree. I think it is inherent to people.
I don't know. I do tend to subscribe to the
Nature versus
like
nurture.
100% nurture thing, but I
So
could
you
be
think
wrong.
nature has nothing...
That could just be me wanting to think
Yeah,
that.
like you think
That could just be,
nature
you
has
know,
nothing to do with how we are.
I acknowledge that could be me just being wishful thinking and sort of what I'd prefer to
I
believe.
I think some things. I think gender is largely a case of nurture,
Mm-hmm.
but I think some things are nature. I don't know. That's my opinion.
Oh, probably. I mean, genetics do have a huge impact on lots of things. Like how the fact that I recently found out that your gut biome, the bacteria that live in your gut, have a fairly sizable impact on your personality
I've
and
heard
mood.
that too. Yeah.
Like if you
I think
like people have basically changed personality slightly after fecal
I
transplants.
agree with
and
you. I
stuff.
think a lot of things are nurture, but I think people like to discard nature because we don't like to
No,
think
that's
that
what I mean.
something's
It's
inherent. Yeah.
It's like I don't think people like to think about what I just said
Yeah,
because that
they
sounds
don't,
fucking
yeah.
weird. The fact that your gut bacteria and your gut biome can have an impact on your brain and
We had
personality.
a really
but it's true.
we had a really interesting debate. So he's making me think things now. In our sociology tutorial, we were doing sociology of crime and why does crime happen? Why do people do crime? And this was specifically on
Just a swap turns.
this was basically like why do men commit more crime statistically than women? And the teacher was saying like, is it
many of these
nurture?
are there
Are
in
men
here?
just encouraged to be
Maybe
more
I'll never
violent and
make it to
aggressive?
the
Or is it
surface
nature?
again.
Are men inherently more violent and aggressive? Or is it just a simple fact that men are bigger and more likely to do a
They'll
violent crime?
probably be
Like, it
empty.
was fascinating.
Whatever
It
their
was really, really
content is,
fascinating.
It's sure to have been destroyed by water.
Water.
One person said something really interesting, that how do we actually know that women don't do more violent crimes? Because it tends not to get talked about.
That's true.
But yeah, that's a fascinating thing. Like, are men...
Like sexual abuse by women is like thought that it's probably 50-50,
Trigger
but it
warning.
doesn't get reported nearly as much.
But that is a fascinating question. Why do men do more violent crime? Is it societal or is it the way they are?
I don't know.
No one knows. 'Cause that's the thing, though. These debates are fun, but you don't get a definite answer.
Well, that's what I mean. That it can be interesting, but at the end of the day,
Yeah,
it
but,
does
like,
feel very masturbatory.
Yeah, okay, but like, do you have a definite answer? Does anyone have a
No.
definite answer?
No.
So there you go then.
Mm-hmm. Poetry is banned. Philosophy is also. Dreya must be stopped. I'm basically doing like Paul Pot shit at this point.
Testosterone makes you more aggressive, so more violent. So you do think it's nature.
I thought also that's not necessarily true, right? I thought that was like or not pseudoscience, but debunked.
I think men often have a thing where they assume they will get away with
Wonder how
something.
he
But
done
why
it.
is that? Is that societal or nature? There's no
Writing extreme haikus now to revolt.
there's no definite answer, but someone's going to think they're always right.
Yeah.
I don't know, to be fair, like, as
more skulls. No, bat friends.
but it was a fascinating
The
debate.
barrels around here probably contain oil.
Because
Or
I
diesel fuel.
think personally, I
These
think it
ones
does have
empty.
something to do with the way we socialise boys. Because, like, boys, when you get bullied in school, if any of you have been bullied, boys physically bully. They punch, they kick, they hit. Girls don't do that. If a girl bullies you, she destroys you psychologically. Like, anyone seen Mean Girls? You've all seen Mean Girls, surely. Mean Girls, remember we were watching that and I was, like, squirming through certain scenes. That is how a girl bullies. Regina George, they destroy you psychologically. But boy bullies, they hit, don't they? And I think we encourage boys to be
The door is
aggressive.
tightly
Like,
shut.
you know, if another boy insults your mom, you're supposed to punch him in the face. We do though, don't we? And sport is quite aggressive.
It's like when I was a kid. If I was getting bullied, my parents would definitely be like, hit them back.
And like, you know, in sports and stuff, it's getting a bit better now, but for a long time, girls did not do sports. Like, so sports were a very male thing, and it's like, be aggressive. Like, there's good things to sports. I'm not saying sports is a bad thing. There's, you know, camaraderie and rules and discipline, but there is, like, you know, I mean, look at contact sports, rugby, American football. These are violent, aggressive sports that encourage you to be a big, muscular, manly man.
The door
What about
is
women in
tightly
sports?
shut.
That's what I just said. That's changed though in recent years. But it used to be women were never. I mean, like when I was a kid, it's more popular now. But you'd never see women's football when I was a kid. And now the women's football World Cup is actually becoming more of a thing.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, nobody ever
People
talked
seem to
about it.
prefer it a lot of the time. A lot of sports are needlessly tribalistic as well.
But I was just talking about the
My girl
actual
bully did both.
physical. My girl bullies didn't really. I did have one girl bully who, like, she was very stereotypical. She pulled my hair and scratched my face.
No.
But most
Did
of
you
my
kill her?
It's
most
entirely
of my
false.
girl bullies, it was psychological bullying. That was my boy bullies. My boy bullies hit me, but only when I was like 6 or 7, and then when we got older. Well, I went to girls' schools then, so I was no longer bullied by boys.
Lift shaft.
Oh,
The
God.
lift is my only chance to get to the surface.
This could be
Hopefully,
mazy.
I'll be able to call it somehow.
She was big and dumb, but she tried her hand at both tactics.
Oh.
No, most of my bullies were very Regina George, the popular,
big
pretty
barrel
girl
full
who
of
was like,
oil.
"Oh, let's pick on this little weird one."
Mm.
Regina George like triggers me. She reminds me of so many people.
Mean Girls is alright. A totally fine movie.
I like Mean Girls. I like Mean Girls because I can relate to those characters,
Very rustic,
and I like
but
Mean
still
Girls
in
because I think
one
it's funny.
piece.
Like, I think it was one of the few movies of that sort, like teen comedies, that actually gets teenage girls
There's
right.
nothing in it.
That's
Just
exactly
mud
what they're
mixed
like
with
in my
dirty
experience.
What happens when you actually let women write a movie, maybe?
Isn't it Tina Fey who wrote that?
Yes, Tina Fey wrote it. And the musical afterwards? Weirdly. I don't even know if I particularly like Tina Fey, but I do like that movie. Oh my god, what the fuck is all this nightmare? Why is there so many dead men down here? It's all skeletons and mud. Did the mine collapse or gas everybody?
Well, it's interesting because it's kind of similar. Like, girls are supposed to destroy with their words and guys with their fists, but it's kind of a stereotype of the queer community. The idea of being witty and shading, and that they destroy, that you know, drag queens and gay guys will destroy you with their words. That they're not encouraged to do with their fists. Where men, it's like straight cis men. It's like you're not encouraged to be witty and you're encouraged to fight.
Yeah.
And I think it's also a class thing.
Words, that's feminine coded.
No, but it's
Hello,
also
crumbs, welcome.
it's also like a class thing. Like when we were watching Straw Dogs and even City Slickers.
Yeah.
Like the more middle class men are always sort of feminized and laughed
Yeah.
at. With the more working class man, it's like, I'm a man's man. You know, like in the movie last night it was cowboys, or in Straw Dogs it was labouring men. It's also like this class thing.
Yeah.
That real men don't use their brains, they use their
starting the machine, but I
bodies.
don't
They
know
work
how.
down the mine. They play football.
I could try starting the machine, but I don't know how.
He's a very posh boy. He doesn't know manual labour. He's got the softest little hands.
But I think it's interesting because
I could
what
try
used to
start-
be coded as effeminate was really just posh.
Yeah.
Dirty
It was
water.
posh versus
Dandies.
Oil and
yeah, like when you look at the history,
water.
fops and you know dandies, it was just posh guys
Yes.
who usually weren't gay. Where like working class guys, it's supposed to be, oh, that's proper man, that's manly, and all this kind of shit. Like, it's fascinating. All of that stuff is definitely
could
nurture
climb it,
and
but
societal.
it leads to nowhere.
That's really a metaphor for Samuel's life.
I'm trying to think if I've ever had a physical fight.
I
Where
don't think I've ever had like a proper physical fight, like
This part of the gallery
spats,
has been
basically,
entirely
like
filled up with earth.
with
There's no
bullies.
chance of going this way.
be a proper man and French kiss your male friend.
That's one of the things I was pleasantly surprised at how much I liked City Slickers when we watched it last night. Review in my Discord if you want it.
It's a good movie.
But I was quite pleasantly surprised at how, for a movie from 1991, they were all quite like affectionate and genuine with each other. It wasn't like lads. I mean, there was some lads moments.
Well, like in real life, is anybody actually lad?
I know, but considering it's a fairly broad comedy, I was like, oh, I'm glad they're actually like, at one point one of them gives one of the others a gentle forehead kiss, and I was like, oh, that's nice.
Like, I know men are going to act differently around women than other men, but most men I've met don't really act like that. Even the ones that are into football, you know, they don't really.
Hey!
No, but I've not met many, or maybe I've just been lucky. I've not met many men who I would consider to be like that.
It's just an ideal to strive for.
I don't think you're supposed to strive to be a lad. It's more sort of, I think it's like this kind of stereotype of
big
this
barrel
tack term,
full of oil.
hardworking man, the father, the husband. I don't think it's really lad, because lad implies kind of more childish and boisterous. I think it's more kind of like the
quite is
50s
what?
ideal. You know, father knows
Yeah.
best. Where he does his work,
Steal.
he comes home, he doesn't talk to anybody. I think that's kind of more what society wants.
No.
Like, men are never supposed to cry.
No.
That's the ultimate thing. Boys don't cry.
I can't see but a few meters ahead. Maybe I could use the lift if it's
Because
only
crying
to
is really
somewhere
great.
further
You feel much better after a good cry.
I very rarely cry.
Yeah, but that's interesting.
Yeah.
Is that socialization?
I don't know. I feel like I tear up a lot more than I used to, but I don't. I never really cried much.
I sometimes feel like I do things because I'm expected to do them, like being a girl. Like when I see a bug, I scream because it feels like I should. I don't know why I do that. It just feels like something I should do. I mean, I don't like the bug anyway, but I
did
like
try
being able to say, Kane, come and kill the bug. And he never does it. He puts it outside. But like, you know, it feels like, I don't know, it just feels like what I'm supposed to do, not really what I inherently do. But no. It's weird.
Use the sharp stick on it for.
Don't
I've got a
scream.
sharp stick.
Don't scream at bug friends.
Exactly.
Well,
bug
I am
friend.
just a girl. What do you expect? Toxic femininity. That definitely exists.
Oh yeah, 100%.
Like that Cabinet of Curiosity episodes Kane was talking about, that is a perfect example of toxic
It's
femininity.
really good. You should go watch it.
Who's the actress in it?
Kate Micucci.
She plays this, it's kind of like The Substance. She plays this woman who feels like unattractive, and the women, because she's not conventionally attractive, and all the women in her work bully her. And I think that's toxic femininity, because I've definitely gone through that. I'm not really I'm kind of tomboyish, but not like extremely tomboyish. But when you're kind of tomboyish and all the girls around you wear makeup and dresses, then you feel toxic femininity. Like I was telling Kane about that. I went to a friend's house and I heard her sister saying to her, "She looks like a boy." So yeah, there definitely is toxic femininity. We don't talk about it as much because, to be fair, it doesn't do as much damage as toxic masculinity, but it exists. Like The Sopranos, you've got me going now, Chad. The Sopranos is a great example. What was the wife called? Johnny.
Mela.
No, the woman who was.
Oh, Johnny's wife.
What was Johnny called? Johnny what?
I can't remember. All I remember is that he loves his wife.
There's a kind of relatively minor character in The Sopranos called Johnny something, and he has a wife who's overweight, and she wants to lose weight, and then he catches her eating junk food, but like she doesn't actually want to lose weight for herself. Or even for
Johnny Sacks, thank you.
She doesn't actually want to lose weight for herself, or even for her husband, or for the male gaze. She says specifically that, like, she wants to lose weight so that the other mafia wives will be nicer to her. Like, that's the only reason. And that was so powerful, especially written by a man. Because because, you know, Tony even says that, because, you know, someone made a joke about her being fat. And Tony's like, "Hey, I'm fat, I relate." And Johnny Sacks says that nobody cares when a guy is fat. Other men don't care when a man's fat. I mean, yeah, they'll judge, they'll make jokes, but it's not the same thing. Other women care when a woman is fat. And I 100% know they do, because I'm a woman and I've been around women and I've heard the things women say. The things we say about a girl that's fat, or a girl that's unattractive, or a girl that's mannish. Yeah, it's 100% true. I'm confident in that. And I thought that was, sorry, memories. Not very nice memories are coming back.
I love you.
But like, it's a great scene in Sopranos, especially written by a man who you think wouldn't understand that, because like she actually seems happy with her weight, and her husband is clearly attracted to her, and they're a happy couple. The only reason she wants to lose weight, she says that, "I want to be like the other wives." She doesn't want.
I want to look like all the other wives.
Yeah, but it's because of them.
I know.
Because she wants them to treat her better. Because that's what happens in that Cabinet of Curiosity.
Hey,
in that Cabinet of Curiosities episode, once she becomes more conventionally attractive and conventionally feminine, then the other women are nicer to her. So yeah, toxic femininity definitely exists, and it definitely does hurt. Because personally, it's caused me a lot of pain.
A system of
Sorry,
fuses
that was a lot of
and
sort
cables.
of trauma dumping. But you got me talking.
It did spawn basically a meme while we were watching Sopranos, where every time Johnny Sack appeared on screen, we would both in unison say, "He loves his wife." Like that's enough to make him a likable character for us. He loves his wife.
A system of fuses and cables.
Alright, what do I do in here? Nothing I could use. Well, what is in there that you could use?
I feel a bit embarrassed now because I just
Why?
laid out all my trauma.
That's fine.
Like, mostly, I would say, I'm terrified of men, but sometimes male friends can be easier than female friends for that kind of reason. Like, your male friends don't give a fuck what you look like.
Yeah. Wife guy characters win me over quite easily. Another reason I quite liked City Slickers is because Billy Crystal is basically playing a wife guy.
Yeah.
Where he's like, you know, there's like, other characters will go like, "Hey, would you ever cheat if this happened?" And he's like, I love my wife. It's like, aw, that's the bare minimum, but aw.
Like, I've had some female friends, and they'd be like, would you ever pluck your eyebrows, Emma?
Aw.
Or would you ever wear a dress, Emma?
Well, now they're fucked because, like, bushier eyebrows are in. And also, you barely have eyebrows. You basically don't own eyebrows.
Or my male...
You're blonde.
My male friends have never said, why don't you wear a dress?
Yeah, who gives a fuck?
They don't care.
A system of fuses and
But
cables.
I find men
Nothing I
scarier
could
than women.
use.
So it's a double-edged sword. Like, you expect, you worry about violence from a man, you worry about psychological bullying from a woman. Those are the differences. So basically, that's the answer to the battle of the sexes. They both suck equally, just in different ways.
Oh, Christ, I don't know what to do with that fucking switchboard. I've opened it now, but I can't do anything with it.
Trauma dumping.
A system of fuses and cables.
Jesus.
Nothing I could use.
Well, why did you open it in the fucking first place, then? Did I tie a rope to myself and just end it? Nope, fine. Go this way, then. Back in here. Maybe I need to place a fuse in there?
The key I found in Marcus's tomb.
Cool. Like, maybe I need a fuse. I can find a fuse maybe in this control panel, or nope. Can't do
Actually, I'll say this and then I'll shut up. You keep playing your game.
that.
I think there is another toxic femininity thing that we as women don't talk about enough. I think we do expect unfair things from men. Like, I think most women, you know, they do like a sensitive guy, but I think women can be just as harsh if a man cries as another man. Like, I've seen that. If a guy cries, girls I've been with will be like, oh, why is he crying? And they do expect things like, you know, my female friends would be like, yeah, he should do the DIY because he's a man. And he should, like, give me the jacket when I'm cold because he's a man. So I think that, do you think that's true?
I don't know, to be honest.
Am I like that?
You have told me to repair stuff around the house because in your words, I'm the girl.
Yeah, but like, I knew it was like being a cunt. I just didn't want to do it.
I know, so just say that instead.
But that
just
makes
go, I'm lazy. That's more respectable. Because I'm also lazy. Oh, fuck off. What do I do? Can I put a metal rod in here? Maybe it's missing a lever. Nope. Can I just jam the metal rod into my eye socket and bleed to death?
That's why it was interesting being in an all-girls school, because like who like does the things then. I remember there was a girl in our class and she would like always kill the spiders because our school was really, really old. It felt haunted and there was like spiders everywhere. And like this girl, she wasn't scared of spiders, so all the rest of us would go, this wasn't her real name, I'm just saying, Rachel, you kill the spider. And she'd be like, oh, and she'd go and squish the spider.
Oil in it.
Every girlfriend I ever accidentally cried in front of, I assumed it would end the relationship. I was correct about 75% of the time. That's unbelievably bleak.
Yeah, like it goes.
Jesus.
You know, I think like it does. It does.
Swirl around the pool with a stick. Get the rope wet. What do you want me to do with this pool game? That's the only thing I can see to interact with that I haven't interacted with yet. Tie this to here, put the stick with the rags. Oh, I'm losing my mind. I'm starting to feel the adventure game panic, where you just start using everything on everything else. We get false widows in this house, though, so fair play, I guess.
To be honest, I've always found that women ask too much of men a little whiny on dude's part as a dude. Well, we're coming from it from different perspectives. I don't think, like, I want to preface, I don't think that in general we're asking too much of men. Just like things like that.
Stop killing us.
No, I just mean, like,
I know.
being a girl and knowing other girls. I have heard my girlfriends say, he should kill the bug, he should do the DIY, he should do this, he should do that, he shouldn't cry. You know, there is expectations.
Yeah.
I don't think in general that women ask too much of men, but it's something I've noticed.
How do I find the power generator? It's a secret room.
Oh,
what?
okay.
Fuck off.
I probably will still expect you to do the DIY because I'm a lazy bitch.
I mean, I'm shit at it.
I guess, yeah, because it's kind of funny if I think
Very
about.
rusty.
I guess I probably have those attitudes too, but I just don't want to admit to it. Like my parents were kind of different because my dad, he was the house husband. He looked after us, me and my brother. And my mom went to
There
work,
might be
and
something
he did the
under
cooking
that
and
lid.
cleaning. But in other ways,
Back to the game for just a second.
Sorry,
This is where I need to go, is the lid that's under this barrel.
am I talking too much?
No.
Do you want me to shut up?
But I need to figure out how to move this barrel. No, leave me alone, shut.
Do you want me to shut up?
Shut up! Now I do. Shush.
But yeah, my dad looked after the kids and he did the cooking and cleaning, and my mom went to work. She was the breadwinner. But like in other ways, they were quite like traditional. You know what I mean? Like my dad
It's very
My
rusty,
dad would
but
like
still in one
do the
piece.
DIY. We
Check
can
the area map for a clue. The so-called lid. Yeah, it's under the oil.
We-
It's too heavy for Samuel to lift or push. How do I open it?
And my dad would always cry at movies. Like, he'd cried at movies so much. But there was a time, you know, everyone does this when you have a little brother. You know, when you're a girl and you dress up your little brother in a dress, put makeup on him.
No.
You've not heard of that trope?
I don't know.
The girls do that to their little brothers? That they
No.
Well, I did that to my little brother. I put, like, makeup on him and I put on my mum's boots on him. And my dad was really not happy with it.
I have to push it.
So, like, in those ways, he replicated.
Okay, I can try and pull it. Or push it.
No way. It's too heavy.
Be a real man, Samuel.
I think it's, like, it's so
Hey!
ingrained in us that you don't actually
I'll try
notice it
piercing
until
through the
someone
plate
calls it
with the
out.
sharp end of the rod.
Like if someone not until someone says to me that kind of sexist Emma, where I'm like, oh yeah, it is, because you just think of it as the norm.
Are we just gonna stand here while this slowly drains? I can't control the game right now. My god. Fine, good. Now push off that fucking barrel. That's so cheesy. You could have drained it more. Go through the trapdoor. There's apparently a generator under here.
The lid won't move.
I'm gonna kill you with my bare fucking hands! What do you mean it won't move? Oh...
It's also interesting, like statistically, men with wives live longer than single men,
Yeah,
and that's really fucking sad.
put a rope on it.
Because that suggests
I tied one end
that
of
the
the
mother
rope to the
thing
lid.
is just continuing, doesn't it?
Mm-hmm.
Like, apparently, wives will nag you to go to the doctor, where a single man is known to nag him to go to the doctor. So it's like
All I need
you're
to do now is push away
perpetuating what his
the
mother
trough.
did.
Mm-hmm. Do it. Push away the mining cart.
And I've heard older women say that. Stuff like, have you ever heard older women say that? Where they're like, your husband is your first child.
It can't be moved.
I've heard people say
What
that.
do you mean it can't be moved? You fucking... Oh, I hate you. I hate you. So I'm assuming I need to go into the engine room to get this nightmare to start
I
up to
think-
pull this open.
I think something that's quite funny about men, because of that, like...
I'm doing the doctor thing right now.
That's
have
quite
to get
funny
rid of the
about men.
brain stock.
That statistic that why single men live shorter than married men, because men have this perception that they like do everything and that they look after themselves and they look after the woman and the woman doesn't look after them. But I actually think in general women look after men more than they look after us. I think so. I think women do a lot of the emotional labour with men. I think we're doing fucking everything really for the man. What do you think?
Probably. Yippee! We're in another fucking nightmarish dark corner. Because this is our life now.
I love gender
like
roles.
the
I mean, especially where I did my dissertation on
Yes.
was gender roles in Shakespeare and Chaucer.
Now.
I think about it a lot.
Dark corner, dark corner. I need to light this area up, probably. Wait, can I climb down again? Oh god, there's multiple areas to go.
The wall ends here.
It's too dark to see. How do you even know that?
I don't like going
It's
to the
too
doctor
dark
either.
over there. I'll
I
be close to the light
never,
coming from
ever,
above.
ever.
You're
ever
worse
go
than
to
me.
the
You are
doctor.
doing the
Yes,
stereotype.
I never go to the doctor.
You are doing the stereotype, though, aren't
It's
you?
free and I never go.
Well, it's taxpayer funded.
Mhm.
It's not free.
But I just never bother.
It's entirely dark.
Unless
in
they
here.
call me,
The
I don't
power
go into the
circuit is
doctor.
probably
I do hate
interrupted.
going to the doctor. Does anyone like going to the doctor?
There's
Yeah.
a lock on it.
Snip it using your wire cutter. Oh, you broke your wire cutters, you absolute fucking oaf. Samuel's an idiot. Like, he's not even, he doesn't even have the good grace to be, like, smart or well-read or anything. He's just a fucking moron aristocrat. Entry.
Yay, you listen. So you're the stereotype about the
Looks like
doctor,
a
and I'm the
power
stereotype about
distribution
spiders
circuit.
in
Yes.
DIY. Oh, I don't want to learn DIY.
Can't
No, I'm
open.
not giving it up.
Well, hold the little spiders and put them outside then.
I can do that.
Yippee!
I'd rather just squish them.
Mm.
I have put spiders outside. You've
Yippee!
guilted me into doing it. Actually, think of me and my
Because
brother.
recent.
Me and my little brother. Maybe it's just because I'm the older sibling.
Uh-huh.
He'd be the opposite. He'd
I
make me
must
take the
reconnect
bugs
the
out.
circuit.
He'd be like, "You're older. You take the bugs
So
out."
why did you regress back when we moved in together?
I don't know. Maybe I just thought this is one perk of the patriarchy. I can make you do it.
Mhm. Oh god, red wire to...
I'm not that bad with bugs, am I?
You are quite bad with bugs.
I am not. Am I?
Yeah.
No.
Oh, I don't fucking know. Which one is Earth? It's been forever since I've wired up a plug
What, in real life or in a video game?
in real life.
See, I say I've never done that in real life. I've never
We learned it
wired
in
up.
school
Girls didn't learn that.
when I was in metalwork,
Well,
which
I-
we had. Everybody was mandatory allowed
The-
had to
the-
take.
the girls-
and boys.
In my secondary school, you didn't get the option.
Really?
Yeah, we had to do home ec. Which
We had to do everything for the first year.
your secondary school sounds way better than mine.
Well, I didn't think genuinely until you told me that they still did gender segregated schools in this country.
Well, they did when I was a teen.
Yeah.
Maybe they don't now.
Mhm.
I think they do because my secondary school is quite close to my university,
Mhm.
and I only ever see girls come out of there because I think it's still a girls' school. Well, I think it's the Catholic thing. Obviously, the Catholics are going to want to segregate the sexes, aren't they?
Mhm.
I bet you Britain hardly has any. And America doesn't seem to really have sex segregated schools.
Is this fucking... Is this random again? Like, is this just trial and error again?
I don't think I'd have been good at metalwork, but I was very bad at home ec.
I hated metalwork.
I was shit at home ec.
I was terrible.
How were you at home ec?
Fine.
I was terrible. I always got my partner to do everything.
Did that work?
Ah, she was lovely. I was like,
Nope.
you can do this bit, right? I'll just stir it. You know, I don't know if it is a male thing, because if I was living with a girl, I'd probably scream and make her take the spider too. I know a few people who went to all girls' schools or all boys' schools, but UK being UK, it's usually a posh thing.
Hmm.
I did read once that girls' schools have a higher grade average than mixed. Huh.
I've heard this as well.
So you won't be distracted by all the sexy boys.
Mm.
America has a ton of boys in girls' schools. They're mostly Catholic. Well, my parents moved around a lot for work. My first school was mixed, and then all my other schools were girls' schools. But it does it made my nervousness around men even worse. Because if you've never interacted with boys from like the age of 7 up to the age of 15, you don't know how to talk to them when you actually meet them.
Mm-hmm.
Like, when I left school early, personal reasons, I had depression. But then I went back to like a community college. It's like an adult learning thing to do my final exams, the leaving cert. I think you call it SATs in America. Or I don't know, A-levels in Britain. So I went back to that to do my final exams. And that was the first time I was talking to guys, because I hadn't talked to guys other than relatives since I was like 6. And I think I got a bit better at it. But the first fella I spoke to, I was like, I didn't know how to talk to them. I'm better at it now. I think I can talk to fellas. You just treat them as human beings and then you can talk
Shocking.
to them.
At last.
Jesus Christ.
I'd say this used to be the lift room.
The dog I'm looking after has a little device around his neck which beeps and sends messages to the owner's phone when he barks. It just went off when I sneezed. Oh.
Why do they want to know every time he barks?
Mm.
A fuse box.
A fuse box.
Maybe its purpose is to power the lift.
Hopefully. Can you turn it on?
Maybe its purpose is to power...
Did you fucking do anything, Samuel? God, it's like trying to get blood from a stone.
So we fixed gender roles. Like, I asked you out.
Yes.
You've told the story, so I get to tell the story.
Okay, fine.
You've told the story so many times that I asked you out. And that you didn't know that I even liked you.
Mm-hmm.
I asked Kane out. Not to his face.
There is
I
nothing-
emailed.
There's a lock on it.
Nerd.
At least I asked.
Nerd.
Lock on it.
We were emailing each other, and I was like, "Do you want to go to the cinema as a date?" And do you remember?
Yes.
He didn't reply for 20 minutes.
Yeah, I was probably left the room.
Oh, that's so mean. I was like, "Do you want to go on a date? I like you." And then it was like, he didn't reply for 20 minutes. And I was like, okay, he doesn't like me. And then 20 minutes later, he was like, I like you too. Let's go on a date.
Oh, that's very good.
Don't awe yourself.
I'm eyeing you. Ooh, can I get some bones?
I found a small key.
Oh, of course, it's a small key, not some bones. Okay. What killed all these people? Was it like a gas leak?
Because that's another thing. A lot of my female friends would never ask a guy out.
Mm-hmm.
They'd wait for him. And if he didn't do it, they just wouldn't do it.
That's so pathetic.
Well, they also thought that he mightn't like it. That he might feel emasculated.
Ugh.
I didn't think that. I just was really shy and didn't want to do it.
No.
But in the end, I was like, I'm going to have to ask.
Mm-hmm.
There are some
Because you weren't
old
getting
books
my
here.
hints.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, Emma insists that she was flirting and hinting.
Didn't you say that when you told your mom someone had asked you out, she knew it was me? So
Yeah.
even she knew I was hinting.
Yeah, but I mean, you weren't.
I was hinting.
Emma said, "Oh, how didn't you know that I wanted to ask you out? I once said your hair looked nice." And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about? What are you saying? To be fair, I'm also dense as fuck. That is a problem with me.
Kane says this. But like, his mom said that to him. He told me. Or he said someone's asked me out. And she went, oh, is it Emma? So even his fucking mum
Mate,
was getting the hints.
Oh god, another
everything has
book
gone
reading.
smoothly today.
Oh,
Another day
God.
without
Smoothly
any
today.
malfunction.
Oh, a new
Another day
voice.
Without any malfunction. Except for the dreadful heat here. A horrible 55 degrees.
Oh, I'm coming,
If it were
I
not for the
am.
drinks from the surface, we would all drop dead.
I asked a
from
guy out and it didn't
thirst.
go well.
Oh,
I did that once. I asked a guy out and he said
One
no.
of the three vent shafts seems to be
No.
clogged. The men
But you're a
say
mole.
something must be stuck in it.
He was like, I'm too old for you and I don't want a girlfriend. I like sleeping
Go
around.
to the vent shafts and check out the whole area this afternoon.
It wasn't as terrible as I thought it would be because I was kind of expecting it. I just felt better that I'd gotten it out.
Clogged vent 2.
No, I
It's
think,
going
how
to
old
take
was
a
he?
while before we can
He was too
remove
old
it.
for me looking back.
It's almost halfway through.
Dilfs.
Quite
No, he
long.
wasn't. He was like 30 and I was
Tomorrow we shall
20.
discover what has been causing the
That's
heat
fine.
here.
Yeah, it's 10 years.
First, we finally dragged out the thing that was clogged.
And then I went for
Borders.
Then I went for someone younger.
Yeah, you did Cradle Snatch then.
Yeah, because all my friends were
I was
like,
18.
and I was 20.
Nobody knows
I was
his
20.
identity.
It's only like 2 years. Was I 21?
No, you were
20.
21 or 22.
No, I
Because
was
there's about
21.
4 years between us.
Yeah, but you're born in February and I'm born in November.
Peaceful. No major malfunctions. June 18th. Old Morton has gone mad.
Not
I found him
Morton.
at the end of the new corridor, just sitting there, gazing into space. No one managed to get a sensible word out of him. He
Ghost.
just kept mumbling about some ghost.
It's now 5 o'clock.
Mm-hmm. Well, then.
Perhaps he has breathed in too
We'll
much
end after
gas.
No.
I had him taken to the doctor.
Hey, listen, this poor
June
miner is
19th.
dead.
We had another ghost episode this afternoon.
Bah.
Such nonsense.
Nobody actually says
There
bah.
must be a gas snake around here somewhere. We'll carry out a reading tomorrow morning.
10 years between me and Beat Nookie as well. I don't like guys my
Found the
age, but that has
entire
gotten me in
corridor
trouble
and
pre
found
Beat
nothing.
Nookie.
No gas. However,
4
mean, we-
years is nothing.
We all know my opinion on age. Yes.
knows what is wrong with
4 years is nothing.
saying the same rubbish as old Morton.
If Betty White had asked, I would have run so fast I would have tripped.
And Fuller won't be
Yeah.
too
Emma!
Grannies.
Emma!
Grannies. I wouldn't go out with the grandparents.
What if they were hot?
Into the hoist today.
Wrinkles and grey hair?
Nobody wants to
I
walk in
mean,
the new
as evil
corridor.
as she is, like Helen Mirren, for
Afraid of the
instance.
ghost.
No, I don't.
Sigourney Weaver's like 75. She's
don't-
unbelievably
She's not
hot.
wrinkly and grey.
She's very hot.
Yeah, when I'm old, am I going to find wrinkly grey fellas hot?
Terrible.
That would be weird.
I heard strange, damn strange sounds.
Well, there is a ghost in the lift shaft.
And then it happened. A nerve-shattering scream, and the sound of a tremendous crash.
Quote 151,
I
gilts
don't
are like
know
a
how
fine
many
wine.
minutes or hours have passed
They get
since
better as
then.
they age.
When I regained consciousness, I was on the other side of the room, and my mouth was full of dirt.
Like that X-Files
I believe
episode.
A couple of my ribs are broken, and my left arm is so swollen I can barely move it. I don't know if I'll be able to crawl out of the lift room in this condition. Day 2. It's no use. All my attempts to break out of here have been
He's very calm about
unsuccessful.
this.
Because he's a
He's
man.
just accepted
He's a
it.
manly man. He's a miner. Mini
Damn
man.
it. The only other way out is by lift.
I'd
but
hate
it
to be
is
a miner.
not working.
Sounds like the worst job
I
ever.
hope someone will open
Well, it's
the
probably
lid
worse.
for
It
me
might be
from
fun.
above.
I don't
You
think.
get to play with the mine
I
pony.
feel what will happen.
Oh, the poor mine ponies.
I
Their
have
lives must have been
I've
hell.
in this
And little
bloody
mine
hole
children and
for
stuff.
3
They
days.
used to put canaries into coal mines to test if it was white. Is that true?
But my thirst is worse. Thank God for all the moisture.
I'm sucking
from
water out
pools
of the
under
puddles.
pipes.
It's
My arm
disgusting.
hurts badly. I
Maybe
can't
it's
raise
you,
it
because
anymore.
that's what you're going to do.
Maybe.
My whole body aches from screaming. But nobody can hear me. The only
Just
possibility
eat
is
yourself,
that
like in the
damn
Stephen King
lift.
thing.
You said no referencing that.
I can do what you
I
can.
can't do anything about
Could you
it
drink your own
from here.
blood?
How ironic.
Like if you're
Probably.
dehydrated,
I
could you
don't know
drink
if
your
it'll
own?
massively help.
am getting
You could drink your own
weaker.
pee until
That
it gets
doesn't-
so
that
concentrated
doesn't-
it
Make it much
turns into
longer.
stock.
No, drinking your own pee does nothing if you're dehydrated.
And I'm running out of candles. The light is barely flickering. If nobody
And if you
finds
eat your own
me
feces,
soon,
you get diseases.
My
I'm going
arm
to
is
die
in
from blood
flames and
poisoning.
I'm running out of
Or
candles.
slowly from hunger and thirst. Without light,
Oh, this is how
it'd be much
cheerful.
worse than even now. I
Cheer up,
know
love.
that these are my last words.
And
but I
Drayton gets
don't know
very
what to
untidy.
write. Maybe
I would not wait to starve to death.
If
Just whack
somebody
your head against the
finds
wall
this,
till you pass out
shake
and then
it
die
up
in your
to the
sleep.
surface. Please, bury me like a proper man.
What's a proper man burial?
I'm not carrying your fucking bones. I'm an aristocrat.
The gentry.
Yeah, I'm a gentry. I have people for that. If I remember that you exist, I'll send Bates down in the morning to
Come
get
and
the
look
bones.
at his skeleton. Let's have a look at him.
I can't now. That's where I got the key from.
Oh, the poor love. What an
right
awful way to die. You should just bash us out in the wall.
My butler might be seeing you in the future, but there's every chance I forget, so goodbye.
That's like that Shrek joke. I'll repay you one day, unless I forget. You laughed at Shrek.
Ugh. Over here now? But do anything?
I hope I wasn't too depressing today.
No. I got a gun, so I could just kill myself.
Oh, now we're depressing again. It's a bit sudden to try and kill
There's all
yourself.
the picnics. and
You've
honeydew
you've
milk.
only been locked in for a little bit. It's not like it's been months.
Yeah, but I feel like Samuel might be that kind of way. I feel like 6 hours, and he's like, well, may as well off myself.
No, I think Samuel's a stubborn little
Maybe
thing.
its purpose is to power the lift.
He's got a stubborn, annoying voice.
He does.
Bullets shoot the control panel. No.
Like he's got the voice of
old
someone who
revolver.
has been bossing around everybody his whole life.
I mean, that makes sense. Okay. I don't know anything else to do here. Oh, here we go. Plans to a machine.
Plans for the controls and drawings of a big machine. Perhaps I can use them somehow.
Do you think older siblings are
Plans
naturally
for the-
bossy?
Perhaps
No idea.
I think
This is probably the machine up there.
I definitely bossed around my little brother. Yeah, I definitely did.
I probably bullied and
Oh, I did that.
annoyed my brother,
I did that
but I don't
too.
think bossed around necessarily.
Well, your parents could have put you in that position though. They look after your little brother, your little sister.
Yeah, it's like free childcare.
So you kind of become kind of bossy.
Mm.
My younger sister was insanely
I'm trying
bossy.
to get it to start with the
Yay!
help of those
Use
plans.
it. Oh, thank God it's not a puzzle. I just can pull it around.
Controls in the lift room will be functional.
I can just leave? Oh, amazing. Try using these control panels.
Does Samuel
No,
have
I
any
have to go
brothers
down.
or sisters?
I don't know.
We were joking that we thought the wife was also his sister,
Probably.
but they haven't said that was his wife.
No, but it does... I'm not joking. It does feel like that, right?
Did they say who she was? Did they say is this his sister or his wife?
I don't... I think they said sister, but then he's talking about her as if wife. Like he's doing the, looking longingly at her photo and stuff, like a John Wick film. Like, I think it's...
Sister wife.
I think it's sister wife,
Jamie
genuinely.
Cersei.
Yeah.
It's functional. but
Sister
isn't
wife.
running
Yeah, you
for
never read
power.
Game of Thrones? All the Targaryens marry their
Re-enable the
sisters and they're called
steam
sister
flow
wives.
Re-enable the steam flow. Well, there's the steam.
steam is running out through one of the
I
pipes.
didn't
Should
buy
lock-
this game through Steam, I believe. I think I got it through GOG. Use the rag! Stuff it in there.
I would burn myself.
Oh my god, don't make me turn it off and then fucking... I'm gonna kill myself if you make me do that.
Well, they
Please
always do
stop.
these kind of things with like these gentry or aristocrat stories. They're always like having these like brother-sister things. Do you ever notice that?
Yeah,
They
I
do,
mean, that's
though.
Edgar Allan Poe.
Yeah, he has all these rich families and they're always hinted to be the brothers and sisters are banging.
I would burn myself.
I would burn myself.
And there's that movie, what was it called? The Del Toro one with Tom Hiddleston.
Crimson Peak.
Wasn't he banging his sister?
I think they were fucking, yes.
I just say banging, don't say fucking when it's a brother and sister.
I think they were incestuously fucking.
Oh, that's gross. See, banging made it sort of more remote.
Do what they like.
Oh, Kane's controversial opinions again. You can eat dead people and you can, like, fuck your sister.
I mean, as long as it's consensual, why would I give a fuck? Do what you like.
In
We're all gonna
America,
die anyway.
in America, a sister wife is a wife and a polyamorous man.
Oh, yeah, like the Mormons.
Well, the mainstream Mormons banned that. Those are
Yeah.
kind of like weird Mormons, even weirder than the normal ones.
Even if that's possible. Yes.
No, the mainstream ones
I
did,
know.
did ban it.
Mm-hmm.
So it's only like sex that do it.
Mm-hmm.
Didn't you watch Heretic?
Yes,
They
I know.
explained.
I know.
Those two Mormon girls.
Mm-hmm.
It's functional. I must.
How? What do you want from me? Do I stuff the bones in the hole? Yeah, he won't endanger himself with this machine, but he'll touch electric wires without protest and get you a game over. Oh, could I just shove the first sacred key in
He's
there?
a bit like Frank Grimes when he thinks that he won't get killed by the electricity.
Mm-hmm.
The cloth is rotten, but still
I'm
usable.
surely you just shove this in there and it'll give you pressure. Maybe that's not
with my
enough.
bare hands. I get.
Not with my bare hands. So maybe I need some sort of glove. Or, I don't know, put your fucking jacket over your hand like a glove. That's easy enough, right? But then, this expensive suede jacket would be ruined. Going back to the hint guide. How do I get the lift generator working?
Little dog Buddy is so sweet. Oh, is this the one that rebarks and they get a notification?
How can I stop the steam leak? That's the one. It actually mentions that in the hint guide. Click on the steam to examine it. At least Samuel doesn't carelessly touch this one and get scalded. Surprising after that electrical cable incident from earlier. Even the guide, the neutral hint guide is like, what a fucking moron our character is.
That is pretty dumb.
You'll need to find something that can be wrapped around the hole. A nice big rag might do. Yeah, I have a rag. A plain dry rag won't do the trick. If you try clicking it on the steam leak, Samuel will point out that he'd burn himself. You need to make the rag wet! Obviously! Of course!
Mainstream Mormons are still weird. Oh, I know.
No, they're very weird.
I know. I know
They're
they're
very strange
I know
people.
they're weird.
Obviously, we need to go fucking dip the rag in a puddle. But we couldn't do that before. They wouldn't let us. We had to acknowledge that the steam existed first.
Could you piss on the rag?
I don't know. He's so uptight, I don't even know if he lets piss go.
Then he'd die if he did that.
He'd
wouldn't he?
burst eventually. Maybe he reabsorbs it like Kim
What
Jong-un.
did that happen to some lady somewhere in America? She tried to do a challenge where she wouldn't pee and then she died.
What an idiot.
I think I read that somewhere. Like it had some sort of infection inside her.
I mean, of all the... if there's a competition, sure, like a money prize, but like peeing...
Water retention or something.
Like peeing, relatively pleasant. Like, why would you stop yourself?
Yeah, wasn't it like, if anyone heard of this, she did it for like a radio show, to like with a car. She didn't pee for like a whole day. Water retention or something.
Woman dies from
And then,
not
like,
pee.
It was for a competition. It was like water retention. Put in water retention.
The woman who died trying to win...
Yes!
Ow, my ear.
Sorry. I'm just so happy that it's confirmed.
The woman who died, and this is the worst thing I've ever read, trying to win a Nintendo Wii. Is that the pun? 2007, hold your Wii for a Wii contest went tragically wrong.
Oh, God. Yeah, she
A
died.
Wii was like $200 when it came out. $250!
She
Fucking hell, man.
Yeah, she died because she didn't pee.
It's easy to forget how massive a deal the Nintendo Wii was. I bought it, or my dad bought it. In
It was a
2006.
massive deal, even I remember that.
The motion sensing console became the runaway bestseller of the generation. At one point, Nintendo was struggling to meet the almost insatiable demand for a $250 console.
Say
Thank you for the follow. That's very, very kind of you. There was a radio KDND 107.9 morning rave show. Ran a contest called Hold Your Wee for a Wee, in which approximately 18 contestants would compete to see who could drink the most water without urinating. And then she died.
Contestants were given 2 minutes to drink an 8-ounce bottle of water and then given another bottle to drink after a 10-minute break. 28-year-old mother of 3, Jennifer Strange, was one of those who took part.
Now, how much is 8 ounce in normal? 8 ounce, 2 mils. 200, so 250 mils is fucking nothing. Alright, whatever.
Yeah, but
Never
she didn't
mind.
make herself pee at all.
Yeah, I know. There were small little half-pint bottles. I still don't know. Whatever. They thought it was going to be easy. Don't put your health at risk.
I dropped out after having 5 bottles of water. My bladder couldn't handle it more. The bottles got bigger and bigger. She just said that she was happy to win the wee for her kids.
Oh, it's very tragic.
A nurse rang in and said the contestants were endangering their lives. That they drinking that much water and not peeing, they could die from water intoxication. The DJ said, well, they've signed a release, so no, we're not responsible. During the contest...
That's pretty grim.
During the contest, Jennifer Strange started to go, oh, it hurts. The DJ said that she was beginning to look pregnant. Just chillingly...
That is so funny.
Chillingly, they hosted the show and discussed the possibility live and air that one of them could die. Can you get water poisoning and, die? Maybe we should have researched this before. She reportedly drank almost 2 gallons of water.
Now, also, I don't know what that means.
She got down to the final 2 contestants, but had to quit after saying she felt too ill to continue. So she didn't even get the wee!
No, but she got 2 tickets to a Justin Timberlake concert, which is worse than death.
When she went home, she called in sick, complaining of a headache. She said to one of her supervisors that she felt really sick. She was found dead 6 hours later. The cause of death, according to autopsy, was acute water intoxication.
Well then, she didn't get the wee or the wee.
How much is 2 gallons of water then?
I don't know. Okay, they did sue the radio station, but she's still dead.
Yeah.
2 gallons. No, not that. I've just selected some sort of thing. Gallon to mils? Gallon to mils? Convert gallon to mil, unit converter. From 2 gallons is 7,570 mils. So that's what, 7.5 liters? That's actually quite a lot of water. Okay, never mind. That's too much
How would you stop
water.
yourself from going to the bathroom, though?
That's too much water.
I didn't realise you could drink so much water your belly would expand.
That's that's a lot of water.
Because he said that she looked pregnant.
Yes.
So obviously her belly was expanding.
I mean, she drank 7.5 liters of water.
How'd you do that?
Fucking
How'd you do
insane.
that and not go to the bathroom?
I mean, she died, so, didn't.
But when I really, really need to go, I barely make it half the
Yeah,
time.
I know. Well, you've got a bladder that can hold probably about 100 mils of water.
My bladder is really bad. I have to run to the toilet.
I'd say you pee probably 100 times a day,
No,
like
I
a sort of
don't.
mole rash or
I
something.
do not pee 100 times a day. I'm just not very good at holding it in.
I just pissed
So I
myself.
just run to the bathroom. I could not hold it in. It's got to go somewhere, Emma, if she's not peeing. But how is she not peeing?
Going into her blood or something.
No, it was going into her belly.
Yeah.
Water retention.
Mm-hmm.
How is she not peeing? I think I would. I need to go pee now, even thinking about it. I do, actually.
Right, put the rag in the
It's
hole.
like yawning. When someone talks about pee, I need to pee.
I don't even drink that much in a day.
Lock the hole
I
in the
probably
pipe.
drink on average about 3 litres a day, so that's a huge amount of water.
And how long was this over the course of just the one day?
I don't know.
Well, it seemed to be the one day because she died the next day.
Mm-hmm. What was the competition exactly? I don't know.
I think it seems to be that was in the one day because they
It
came
was
to
the
the
one day. It was like sitting in the station for a day or whatever. It doesn't sound like good radio. More than aside from the death, it doesn't seem like good entertaining radio. Like, what's the point? Anyway, whatever.
People like competitions.
The radio station had its license taken away and it was closed down
Good.
after almost 70 years of service.
Good.
Shocking. Right, good. We've plugged the hole.
Though in
Used the
fairness,
controls.
I'm not saying it's her fault, not victim blaming, but why the hell does she agree to do that?
We know where the fuses are.
Why the hell does she agree to do that?
Yeah, it's like my hot take that nobody likes when I say, if you drown, you're stupid.
A teenager drowned in Carlo the other day.
Okay, was he dumb? If you drown, you're dumb. It's the same with this. Like, it's obviously very tragic. However, what a fucking dumbo.
You can't say that. You think it, you don't say it.
I can say what I like. It's a free world.
Yeah, but she did die, like.
I know she did. So did that
Try
drowned
using
boy.
views from this box
I
to
love
your
listening to
own
people
general-
wanting to piss on the radio.
Maybe it's a kink thing.
Well, just like drinking water. Like, why would you want to listen? Listening to somebody drinking water is not a pleasant sound.
What if you were drowned? That's different. If you happened to drown, no other factors than you're an idiot. If you are drowned by, like, I don't know, a gorilla who would drown you.
People drown because of like heat stroke or the currents get too strong.
Then they're dumb.
Why are they dumb?
Don't get heat stroke and don't look up the currents first.
You can't control the currents.
Yeah, you can not swim in a water with strong currents. You can look that shit up now in the modern world.
Can't it just change, like, and be unpredictable?
I don't think so.
And how can you...
And if you know that a place is out unpredictable currents, then don't go in the water.
Well, probably most people when they're swimming just think, oh, I'll just swim. They don't look it up.
Then it's their fault.
All that, and she didn't even win.
I only like 80% believe this.
What happened to the guy that won then?
gorilla.
The guy that won the Wii.
Probably got a wee.
No, I mean the guy that won. It said that she came second place.
Yeah, it seems like he was fine. Maybe she was just a baby.
Well, women will have smaller than men.
I guess so.
But like, yeah, because they did units of alcohol. Women are supposed to have less than men, aren't they?
Maybe it's just a
But yeah, the guy that won the competition. How was he not ill?
Just built different. How do I...
maybe it's
Maybe it's just a blown fuse. Well, use the fucking fuse then.
seems to be
Yeah,
Use
because
the
if she
fuse
came,
on the generator
if she
controls.
came second,
Oh,
someone had to
use
have
it on the
won.
fuse
Someone had
box.
to have won. Not everyone knows about
There we go.
currents and heat stroke.
You'll educate yourself.
Yeah, I'd have to agree with that now. You should know about heat stroke and the currents. And I don't even know how to swim.
Well, you're less in danger of drowning then.
running
Oh.
Skill issue, exactly.
Well, I would never go into the water. Kane tried to teach me to swim at the beach, and I hated it. He was like holding me, and I was floating, and I was like, I hate this.
Yeah.
We were I could see the sand, and he wanted to go further out, and I was like, no.
I'm worried that when I come out of this door or this like lift access thing that somebody's going to shoot me with a gun, so I'm going to save again.
Or that means the water has more room? I don't know. I've never really thought about drinking water and not going to the bathroom. Because that's a stupid thing to do.
Call the lift. How do I call the lift?
I mean, people do
do I call
really
this?
horrible competitions. Like, people do I'm a Celebrity and all sorts of weird competitions. Remember that Simpsons episode where they were mocking the game shows in Japan? Because the game shows in Japan can be almost like torture in order to win something. I guess you have to admire the willpower, because I have no willpower. I wouldn't do that. I wouldn't, like, crawl through sewage or eat cockroaches to get a prize.
How do I call the lift? The control panel was here somewhere before, but it's not letting me click on it anymore.
What's the worst thing you do to win a competition?
That is an impossible question to answer.
Why is it an impossible question
I
to
have no
answer?
idea.
You're saying you're not greedy.
I have no idea.
So what's your limit?
I don't know anything.
What do you mean that's an impossible
Well, how would I
question?
answer? That's so vague.
I can answer it.
Okay, answer.
That's easy.
You'd eat another human being live.
That's never been in competition.
Okay. Yet.
The worst thing I would do to win a competition is run around in my underpants.
That's so light. That's nothing.
No, it's not. Who runs around in their underpants to win a competition?
There's literally a dating show on television called Naked Attraction.
Yeah, but those people are obviously not normal.
Him!
They must be supremely confident. And don't you not see their faces? You just see the bottom half.
So, first you see their bottom half, then their top half.
Oh God. Oh, that makes me want to die.
nothing I could use.
Nothing I could use.
Is it men or women?
Both.
Oh,
Depends on the sexual preference of the contestant.
what if you're bi?
Then it's a mix.
Oh my God. I wouldn't poo in something to win a competition.
How do I get out of this fucking... How do I call the lift?
I've seen
The button's right there, but it won't let me.
I've seen clips of like naked that thing you're talking about.
Naked Attraction.
Yeah, where like
Channel 4.
It was-
Bastion of
it
entertainment.
was like a lesbian woman and she was trying to choose the best vagina. And I was like, oh, and then there was another one with a woman trying to choose the best penis. And I was like, none of them look nice. It's only when it's in you that it's nice. I don't think penises look nice.
How do I get the lift generator working? Well, I've done it. I blew a fuse. Once you have a good fuse, use it. Then click on the generator controls to get the system running again. Lift power at last. Well, I've done that. Haven't I?
I guess it would get rid of the awkwardness. Because the most awkward thing about having sex the first time...
Oh, it's right there.
I'm talking.
Sorry.
The most awkward thing about having sex the first time is getting over seeing the other person naked. So if you've already
lift
seen
is
them naked,
operational.
I guess the awkwardness is gone?
Cutscene.
What do you think?
I don't know. We're out. I'm out of the hellscape that is this mine. We've been live for so long. I forgot.
Oh yeah. I've had fun.
Yeah, it's been a fun stream. I think there's going to be some sort of ghoul or goblin in this horrible thing. How do I get in here? Where's the door?
The climb up, it says, I think.
Can you go a bit quicker, Sam? How the fuck do I get in? How do I get in here? What do you want from me? How do I get in the door? Where's the door?
The button?
Do I click the button again? That was to call it, wasn't it?
I don't know.
Okay, fine. It's a multi-purpose button. Get in the lift. Leave. Yay!
The butler will be like, where were you, sir? You were late for dinner.
We've killed another gardener.
We should have fixed the well. Oh, no.
Oh, we're still in a fucking mine! But I
they
guess we're at
call
the
it a
entrance.
mine.
I think I see the sky there through that door.
See, Kane calls me a mole, but I hate being underground.
Ah!
This idea
This
gives me
is the
panic
highest
attacks. I would
floor.
not like to be underground. I'm not
Should be out of
claustrophobic.
it
Who
with
the
only
fuck
a
wants to
little
be in a
effort
tight
now.
space?
Only a little effort. Look at the boxes.
Is
Probably
no, claustrophobia is
hold
not a fear of being
nothing
underground.
else.
It's tight spaces. What's the fear of being underground?
Claustrophobia?
No, that's tight spaces.
Don't know.
Alright.
What?
Don't you be
Just saying I
saying me.
don't know. There's only wicks
Just a
in there.
big heap of
You know
damp
the whole
earth smells
claustrophobia thing? I never get that, because who likes being in tight spaces?
Why not? It's fine. Fun.
Would you like being in a tight space?
Yeah, it's alright.
I remember when I went for my hearing test, and they put you into this, like, tiny
grate is
little
closed with
fucking thing, and he was like, do you have claustrophobia? And I was like, no, but who likes being in a tiny little space doing a hearing test?
It's fine. I don't mind it at all.
It wasn't scary, but I didn't like it.
Yeah, I think it's pleasant.
No, it isn't. It's horrible. The thing I missed most about being a child is being able to shove myself into small spaces.
Yeah.
Oh gosh, no.
Or squish into a box or something like that.
I don't know. Maybe I am claustrophobic because I don't like the idea of that, and I don't like the idea of being underground.
Like sitting on a little shelf or something. I always feel like
Who's
when the
small
ca-
enough to sit in a
well,
shelf?
when the cat, our cat Taco, when she sits on the shelf upstairs and she sort of squishes herself in there, I always think that looks very satisfying.
No,
You wouldn't want to sit on a little shelf,
I mean,
like an enclosed little shelf.
I wouldn't mind sitting, but not with the top of it like squished down on my head.
Mm,
No, maybe I'm
seems
claustrophobic.
fine.
Yeah, I don't like being underground. I hated the tube in London.
No.
Fucking hated it. It's not natural going underground.
I can go up and down in the lift.
Like, if I went into a mine, I don't think I'd last very long. I'd be like, I want to get out of here. Yeah, maybe I'm claustrophobic.
I load the gun. Oh, I hadn't loaded the
there
gun.
were just 2
It's just some
bullets in the
people have mad
box.
panic attacks when they're
Shoot the lock off.
in tight spaces.
Yes!
I wouldn't have a panic attack,
Okay, I've got one bullet
but
left.
I wouldn't enjoy it.
Amazing. I wouldn't have stood
I
that
need
far
to
back.
aim better.
Oh my god, are you joking? You missed the fucking padlock. We have 2 bullets or you're dead. Fuck me. Well, now you don't have a gun, so I hope
Perfect
this is
shot.
fine.
The padlock is down.
What a fucking waste of space you are.
An old revolver.
Get out into the sun. Or
It's
the night,
nighttime.
whatever it is.
The way is free.
Yay!
Did it.
Like, there's actually been people who've lived
This
underground.
isn't
Ah!
looking good.
Wolf!
Kill!
Run! Run! Or something!
What?
I didn't even give you a chance! Skip. Can you skip it? I didn't even give you a chance. That's so unfair. Did you save before you shot the thing?
Yes. Is that a...
I guess you probably have to keep one bullet.
Yeah, but it didn't let me keep one bullet. It just said, oh, I missed.
Well, maybe
The
just do
lift
better
is
next time.
operational.
I didn't have any input. I just said shoot the door.
Well, look at the hints. Maybe they have the hints.
We'll see. Open door. I just want to get out and be standing
That
outside.
wolf was so annoying.
Mm-hmm.
At last.
Do
I
wolves eat
Should be
people?
out of here.
If they're hungry enough, I assume.
I don't think wolves do eat people because wolf attacks are very rare.
Yeah, but I'm sure if they're very, very hungry.
Sharks don't eat people either.
Probably nothing.
Jaws lied to you.
No, they don't really like human meat, do they?
We're
They just
not,
sort of leave it
we're
around.
not fat enough. They like whales
Just
and
a-
seals, you know, big blubbery fuckers.
Oh, babies. Right, I'm gonna save here. Just so I don't have to do that little bit again.
Not much does eat us. Polar bears, I think, one of the few predators that do eat us.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, polar bears actually will eat people. Like, enjoy eating people, not for desperation. They'll actually want to eat you. Because, like I said, a wolf probably if it's desperate, but it's not what you're looking for. But a polar bear, it's like, oh, that's nice. A yummy human, I'll eat them.
Shoot the firm padlock. See, it's just...
I need to aim better.
Maybe have a look at the hint. Maybe the hint, maybe you're doing something wrong.
Maybe I'll be able...
You should look at the hint.
I must aim carefully and hit...
You're going to look at the hint.
This doesn't work. Wah.
Perfect shot.
I don't think tigers do eat people.
Maybe they're frightened of the small knife or the black sphere. I could knife the wolf.
Tigers will attack people, but I don't think they actually consume our flesh.
I don't know. I
think
haven't looked
The
it up.
way is free.
Okay, go through. Stab the wolf.
This isn't look.
Stab wolf. Stab wolf. Go back inside. Okay, no, that doesn't work. Right, fine.
It's not fair that you don't get to wrestle the wolf. Like, it wouldn't... just a jumping at you wouldn't actually kill you. You should be able to wrestle it like Liam Neeson in that movie.
How do I get out of this wolf
What was that called
situation
again?
then?
The Grey.
Mm-hmm. Oh great, I've escaped the mine only to be killed by a wolf. What do I do? It's another sudden death round with good old Black Mirror. Have you tried running back into the mine to escape the wolf? Unfortunately, that's a fucky hint. If you say reveal hint, it says, have you tried running back into the mine to escape the wolf? And then if you reveal another hint, it says, this doesn't work. Turning his back on the wolf will cause it to instantly pounce on you. So why fucking give that as a hint? You need to use an item on the wolf quickly before it decides to attack. The answer is very straightforward. No twisted logic solutions here. Brute force. Check your inventory for something that could help. Shoot the big dog. I don't have any bullets! One of the responses is, wait, I don't have any bullets. Use them up on the padlock, huh? If you used both bullets to shoot off the lock in the mine's exit room, there's no way to get past the wolf.
See, I told ya.
You have to figure out how to shoot the lock off in only one shot.
Told ya.
What?
And I tell him.
But so you have to figure out a way to only use one shot.
Doesn't it say how to do it?
No, it doesn't. It just says figure it out. You'll have to figure out how to shoot the lock off in only one shot. And if you save over that point, you're fucked.
You didn't save over that point, did you?
No.
Is it positioning? It's all about the position. Maybe it's positioning, yeah. Maybe you were too far away.
Before firing at the padlock, you need to right-click specifically on... Okay, here's what we do. We have to... Right now, no padlock is shown on the door. What we have to do is click on the door,
The grate is closed with a padlock chain.
and then it says a firm padlock. Then we can select that. Shooting at that doesn't work. What we have to do is right-click on this
The right side of the lock is quite rusty.
That's content.
to
Maybe
notice
I'll be able to
a
break it
slightly
somehow.
rusty part of the lock, and then shoot it. I hate you, Samuel.
But Samuel
I
loves
must
you.
aim carefully and hit the most fragile part of the lock.
Now I've got a bullet.
Perfect shot. The padlock is down.
Now leave and shoot this fucking wolf in the head.
The way is free.
That's bullshit. The guide is kind of snarking the game.
The guide is annoying.
This isn't looking good.
Okay, quickly break out your revolver, shoot in the head. Oh god, the music cut off and everything. Jesus Christ. Okay.
That felt a bit mean.
Just slowly.
Like, you have to do it, but I feel a bit bad.
I was cold.
Yeah,
Oh, I hated that.
I mean, he had to do it because the wolf was going to kill him. But it feels wrong. That feels wrong.
I love that the music
Couldn't you just skip? Well, like, wouldn't most wolves run away at the sound of a bullet?
I don't know.
Dogs do, don't they?
Oh,
the other ones.
That's really funny.
The other ones are howling. Do you hear them?
Right, yes. Well, that's where we're going to save now that we're out and safe for now.
And they're not safe. You can hear the wolves.
Save there.
And now they want revenge.
That's where we will finish.
Did you name it something? Name it Dead Wolf.
Okay, fine.
Because that was funny and deserves to be remembered. I mean, it's darkly funny.
Wolf death. Why did they put the wolf? What's wrong with the tails? There just needed to be a wolf at that door for no apparent reason.
Just standing there, really
just
still.
standing there menacingly.
Not like... Can I share a random but short video that I love?
Sure. What is it? Squish that cat.
Squish.
Oh, good. First we have to go through an ad for Fairy Liquid.
You've put everything in
Do
the
you have Fairy
dishwasher
Liquid in
and
Britain?
Then you see it.
It is a British thing.
It's not Irish.
No.
Ah.
I hate to even say it, but Fairy Liquid is the best.
What do you call
Washing up liquid.
No, hold on. The Americans call washing up liquid something weird.
It's probably some sort of
Dish
fucky thing
soap.
like, oh, I need my dish detergent.
No, they call it dish soap.
Yeah.
Dish soap, I think is what they call it.
Mm.
Find the new
It's not soap.
Action Fairy Power
Liquid.
Spray, enabling you to skip the soak as it
It's
gives you
liquid
the
soap.
power of an overnight soak in
Yeah.
minutes. Mission accomplished.
Dish sauce.
No, it's dish soap. They call it dish soap because I read it the other day and I was like, what the fuck is dish soap?
Squish that cat. All you need to know is to squish that cat. And you just gently squish them. That's not comfortable for the cat, or that safe, to be honest with you. You just throw a towel on the cat again, squish her with a towel. What you do is scoop her up, a little football carry, just like that. Butt in your hand, and just squish her tight to your body.
I thought
Just squish them really
like
tight
to
to your
be picked
body.
up that way.
You don't have to worry about hurting a cat. Just squishing them against your bodies. And there we go. We just made friends with this wonderful little cat.
I think
Look at
I've
that
seen
fish.
this guy.
Look at that fish.
I think I've
Squishing is
seen
your
this
best
guy
friend when
before.
you're dealing with a cat. You basically just lean forward, squish them nice and tight. And again, I'm just squishing them into myself. You always squish that cat.
I've seen this guy because I looked up no, it's washing up liquid, not cleaning up liquid.
Mhm.
I looked up this guy and I looked up how to like hold a cat and this guy came up.
Squish that cat.
It wasn't that video, it was a different one. But I've seen that guy definitely.
Anyway, thank you for watching, everybody. It's a fun stream as usual. I will be live again on Monday. There should be a members video tomorrow. No main video, but whatever. We'll do 2 next week.
You never
instead.
put the hat on the pig. Should we put the hat on the pig?
Fine, if you go get the pig.
Oh, you go get the pig.
Fine.
Okay, I'll do it.
Yes. I ordered some stuff online recently,
Ow,
and
my
just
legs.
to fill out the basket, I ordered a tiny little hat that fits guinea pigs. So I'll show that for a second, and then we'll end the stream. It's a tiny little hat. It has little flowers on it. Yeah, I also have a little bed basket. So, and when I get the new camera for Pig Cam, you'll have a little bed that you can sit on my desk instead of doing a blanket.
The cat's feet by the door again.
Okay, can you bring in a pig though? Thank you.
I'm doing it as fast as I can. Did you hear what I said about the
Yep.
cat? You're very rude to me.
Right.
Our cat,
There we
for some reason, keeps peeing at the front door.
go. Right, we have a pig. Oh,
Oof!
dropped.
You donkey.
Don't call me names. There. She's got a hat.
Our cat keeps peeing by the front door. She keeps doing it.
You like your hat?
Show her little bed.
I did. I already did. Oof.
Is that for her too? Is that her hammock?
Mm-hmm.
She doesn't really seem fussed about her hat.
Are you okay with your hat? You alright with your little hat? I'm freaking out. There we go. Right. Thanks everybody for watching. Just a small child. Makes her look like a very old woman.
It is an old lady hat with the grapes and stuff.
Right. Thank you everybody for watching. I will be live again on Monday. Videos on YouTube.
But yeah, the cat.
All
peeing by
that
the
kind of
door.
thing. And
Respond to the cat being.
thank you for watching, everybody. Goodbye.